an engineer, a computer programmer, and a filmmaker, the three pillars of the universe. They have formed a consultant firm, and each episode they are contracted to solve the world's greatest problems. This is Important Business.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Fancy Wolf's 10th episode of Important Business. I'm your host, Cameron Kennedy, and today I'm joined by my co-host, Taylor Robinson.
Yahoo!
We're also joined by our other co-host, Ryan Koliakova.
As always, it's a pleasure.
Oh, wow. Oh, you're wearing a sweater today. You feel like you're an adult.
We all wore sweaters.
We did all wear sweaters. I'm talking about Ryan. Ryan usually has like a hoodie on with like a graphic, more like I'm wearing.
Yeah,
This is
like
an
that.
adult sweater.
He's wearing an adult sweater. You look like someone who escaped to Alaska and is trying to blend in.
You went to the smallest town you could find.
Yeah.
Halifax.
Yeah, you do kind of look like you were trying to blend in with like the fishing village, but you wore something that's not quite fishing village.
It's like city fishing village vibe.
Well, it's very I want to say bohemian. I don't know what that means, but when I look at the pattern, when I look at the pattern, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, this is our double-digit episode, our first one. I mean,
We're almost teens.
You know what that means, everybody?
we're legal.
Whoa.
What
We're
is
legally a podcast. No, I don't know.
Oh, it probably means nothing.
Oh,
It's like a decade.
It is like a decade, but it's 10 episodes.
So
it's
now
been
we're doing
10 weeks.
our decade in review of the podcasts. Similar to the
we're
decade
gonna
review
rank
for
the
music.
last 9 episodes of the podcast.
We're going to do a clip show.
No, so this is when does this episode air? February 6th, I want to say.
I don't know.
That sounds
After the next one.
Yeah, I think it's February 6th is when this episode airs.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So our one after that is our Valentine's Day episode, which is going to be our big one.
Ooh.
Get
Yeah.
hyped for that.
Everyone get in the mood.
Wait,
get ready.
Get hyped for next week.
Yeah, which means I'm doing the math in my head now. By the time we can talk about how it went, that will mean we'll be on like episode 13, because 10 and 11 we'll record before then.
It's our teenage episode.
We'll
when
have
we hit our
recorded
teens.
half of the Valentine's Day episode, and then after that we'll be recording episodes 12 and 13. So
Yeah. So we record both our preteen and our first teenage episode in the same day.
And that's the thing. Oh no, Taylor's not going to be around for episode 13, is he? Ooh, you're not going to be there when we become teens. Fuck. Damn it.
Gonna miss out on
Joke's on
puberty.
you. I'm already older than 13.
The show isn't though.
Yeah, but like I am.
The episode
as old as the
13 is
weakest
when
link.
episode 13 is when we become rebellious for a little bit.
Oh my.
Until we get to episode 18 and then we mature. We're going to have
Okay.
5 solid episodes. Is that 6? 6 solid episodes. 5 maybe, because I guess 18 is where we become mature.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to be real rebellious. But yeah. Ryan, do you want to do this grow capsule crap?
Yes.
Can we get that out of the way?
Can't wait.
Oh yeah. Lion. I don't
Lion,
fucking know.
Lion, you fucking crazy.
I'm going to go.
What?
Ryan, did we get Rhino yet?
No.
No, I'm going to say Rhino.
I want to say no.
I really want to say giraffe. But
You could have said giraffe.
no, I'm just gonna say
I'll say anteater.
I don't care.
So
It's red, if anyone cares.
let's fucking try and remember. Do you guys remember yours?
Yeah. Fine.
Anteater.
Okay, I'm a Rhino. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do first is something we're currently calling Ryan Doesn't Know Movies. We want to come up with a better name. If you have a better name, please submit it to our email address. I probably should have actually introed the show.
Oh, you didn't
Ryan's
intro the show.
I did not intro the show. Yeah, so we're Fancy Wolf. This is Important Business. You heard in the intro, each week we come together to try and solve the world's problems. We post every Thursday morning on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play. You can also find us in video form at fancywolf.com. That leads right to YouTube. But for now, let's get down to business. So, the first actual topic is going to be, Ryan Doesn't Know Movies, which is something we did 5 years ago. Pretty much lines up exactly 5 years ago, where we got Ryan real drunk.
I was legal.
You were legal. We were not. We
No.
didn't drink, though. You drank.
That's right. It was legal.
Yeah, it was right after you had turned 19. So you get drunk on video, and that made it less uncomfortable. And you would try and, based on movie posters that you saw, come up with what the plot was about. And so we're going to do something
And I
similar
was damn
today.
good at it.
Sure. Those are up on there. I edited about half of them. And then we started to film a second session of them a couple years later. and those went nowhere.
They were horrible.
They were real bad, and
I really didn't know those movies.
no, these ones I think might be a little bit easier. I don't know. Who knows? You may have
A
gone
little older, a little wiser.
The one thing I'm worried about is if Ryan got better at explaining things since then.
Not at all.
No?
He's now since then gone into a degree involving sitting in front of a computer all day and a job.
That's true,
does
but
that.
since then he was forced to take a communications class.
I was.
Yeah.
And I'll be darned if I
Where
did
the
get a B+.
standard was other kids who spent more time.
That's true.
In front of
it was very
computers.
obvious while we were like.
That's like saying engineering made me better at writing.
I used to be in
because I had
computer
writing
science with
courses.
Ryan, and it was very obvious after a while why a communications class was important. There was so many kids who, for group projects, would request to work on them alone
Yeah.
because they did not want to interact with other
They
people.
put up a fight. They really
did.
did work alone on
Yeah,
those.
there was a lot of people who were not saying that they're a fucking mess from that. There was a lot of people I was surprised at how many different aspects they're a fucking mess. Like people who would show up to do presentations that clearly not created anything.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
That one where their final project
That's
was
the one
all
I'm
the
thinking of.
assignments
Yep.
put together into one file.
Yeah. So what was that?
horrible.
Do you remember the game one?
Oh no.
No.
There was a game one where we created a version of Battleship.
Oh, I remember that, yeah. Our version.
And we had to watch everyone present their games or something they made. I guess it didn't have to be games, but we did a game.
Yeah.
Some people created something where it was like a messaging service.
I don't remember that one.
There was something like that. It was they did some server shit for it.
Hmm.
This other group, I don't know what I can tell you about it because they didn't actually make anything.
No, it was horrible.
I was thinking about this stuff the other day though, because our Battleship presentation that was entertaining for us. And I was thinking about Lumber Numbers, that game we came up with.
Oh my god.
Lumber numbers.
Lumber Numbers, because you did all the coding for it, right?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was a game to teach. We were supposed to create a children's game. There was no like interface to it.
Numbers was an assignment.
It was an assignment.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
just showed it to me.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
we were graded on that.
We were graded
Oh,
on
wow.
it. I'm realizing I should raise this up a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, because I'm leaning down to it. I forget that I did this
I'm
before.
also leaning down to mine.
Yeah. Yeah, but yours is tilted up towards
Yeah,
you, which is
true.
why it's fine.
Check, test one.
But yeah, pretty much what ended up happening was Ryan did all the coding. We had other people in our group. I don't know what they did.
Because I was a natural. I don't remember other people.
Jake, who was with us, he did
some
all
of
the
coding.
paperwork stuff, as in like
He did some of the coding too, I think.
he did some of the coding, but most of what his job was, like his big thing was, he created what we actually submitted as of like
The
compiling
reports
together
and
the
stuff.
reports, like showing this is what our process was, this is how
Yeah.
we got through all our whatever you want to call that stuff. And I wrote the story, and I went all fucking in on this thing, and all the dialogue, and I loved that. I still think about Lumber Numbers. We had this guy named Lumberjack. We were
I never knew what it was.
it was pretty much you as the character. You're starting at a lumber mill, and the game's supposed to teach kids math.
Oh, okay.
And so Lumberjack is the guy that's in charge of everything. And he's like, okay,
you get it?
you're counting lumber
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's like, okay.
That's your job.
And we had a list of all kinds of names you'd be sending stuff off to, like, okay, these two people requested this much lumber, how much do you need? Or this many people requested this much lumber, and then it's like, okay, you're learning multiplication and stuff like that. If you messed up too many times, he would start warning you, and then he would start firing people.
Oh my god.
And we had a list of names he would randomly grab from. It's like, hey, you fucked up. This person's being let go. I think if you did that happened 3 times, did he put someone in the wood chipper?
Oh my god.
I don't remember.
Were you actually graded?
We were. I think we did well.
We did very
My
well.
favorite one
the
though
prop
was
didn't care that you were like, this is a kid's game.
That was creative.
I don't know.
And
He didn't really care about that.
talking about putting people in a
Just
wood
because like
chipper.
kids game are gonna be easy games, so it's easy to code.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
why
but he didn't look at the actual aspects of, wow, this is a children's game where murder happens.
I don't remember if this may have been something that wasn't activated into the actual code. Like this may have been.
Oh, wait, no, I remember we had 2 versions.
Yeah. We had the version that we wanted, and then the version where we took out some of these things.
We took out some of the
Oh.
gory
Some of
shit.
these like
yeah.
features. My favorite thing was though, because that's like giving you a hint of like, oh, lumber. You were like, it was supposed to be the kind of thing of like, you were destined for this shit. You were the chosen one at counting lumber. Like he was so impressed with you. You were his prodigy. And then if you got it right a certain number of times, you get to the boss level. It was like you stay late one night to count extra lumber at your desk, and you go into the office. We're so off from the topic right now. We'll get to it.
That's fine.
And what happened is you found him there, and he has this fucking missile. It's like, lumberjack, what are you doing? And I can't remember what his plan was and how he was supposed to gain from it, but we had a list of celebrities, and he was gonna kill one of them with the missile.
Oh my!
It was something to do with insurance.
Maybe it was some insurance thing. I don't remember.
Oh, some world fuck.
But he was going to send off the missile and it was going to kill them. And he's like, oh, you know what? You'll stop me if we have a lumber off. And it was just going to teach you, like, it was a boss battle with math.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember, maybe you took over his position, or maybe that's if you lost, he put you in the wood chipper. It was one of those kinds of things. That may have been what it was.
It was.
The only thing I remember from this is that you guys sent me the dialogue, every dialogue possibility possible, like the entire tree, and just copied and pasted and sent it to me. So I just got this insanely long text that I just keep seeing the word lumber numbers every 5 fucking words and going, I don't know how to read this. And you're like, this is a lumber numbers. And I was like, what does that mean? And that was the only explanation I got. So this is the first time I've ever heard. I didn't even know it was like a game properly formed or what.
I so badly would love to like do more stuff like that of just writing stories for dumb children's games. Yeah. One that I won't explain what it is here because I think that at some point I want to figure out how to do it, but I really want to write the story for a fighting game, like an hour or two long, maybe 1 hour long fighting game, and I won't get into it, but it's pretty much going through someone's. It's based on the trope of like, in a fighting game, they try and have a story, but there's only one way to do gameplay in a fighting game. Mm-hmm. The exact same mechanics, you fight someone.
Yeah.
And so it's like, how do you write a story about that? That's not just setting up more fights. It's like, okay, how do you use these mechanics in more ways, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. Getting back to the actual you find you found some of the code?
I found the whole thing, but I'll read like one snippet that I sent.
Let's do one. Can you start up the code?
No, I don't have the code.
Oh, okay.
I just have a conversation.
Right.
I think this is Lumberjack talking to us.
Right.
Had you not been so selfish, your little girlfriend's death would have been quick and painless.
Right, I forgot I took dialogue from Spider-Man.
Oh my god.
But now that you've really pissed me off, I'm going to finish her nice and slow. This company is a growing tree name, and I won't let you cut it down.
You're putting your name when you entered it at the beginning.
Right, yeah.
And I won't let you cut it down.
Yeah.
Lumberjack explains, I can't let you do this, Lumberjack, you exclaim. I'll tell you what, name. I won't do it if you can beat me in a lumber off. Do we have a deal?
I like how a lumber off isn't related to the wood itself. It's related to counting the wood.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I like how the whole thing was based on how lumber and number rhymed.
Yeah.
That's when we decided to make it a game. Yeah. Probably because we were like, easiest to do a math game. Let's do one. What rhymes with a number? But yeah, getting back to our actual topic then. So yeah, Ryan doesn't know movies. So pretty much the rules are going to be, Ryan's going to see a poster.
I haven't seen them before.
He hasn't seen them before. He may have seen the movie. He may have not. He'll tell us.
Yeah.
Regardless of if he's seen it or not, it will be very poorly explained. And he's going to try and, based on what he sees, I mean, we've done this before. We know how it goes.
Yeah.
There's a video online. You can see him trying to explain Interstellar. It goes very well. That's my favorite one, I think.
I had the whiteboard then.
Although I really liked also when you did
Still have this
Foxcatcher.
Foxcatcher was exactly what I was
Foxcatcher was really good.
Foxcatcher was one of them.
And American Sniper.
American Sniper, That one was dark, though.
That was super dark.
Yeah, so pretty much what's going to happen is he'll see it, and this will work for video. People will be on the screen in the background. You can see it. For everyone back home, these are just going to be, like, you just either look up the poster for the movie. I took, like, the first one that you'll see.
Let's try to imagine the movie.
Or you've probably heard of the movie. So either way, it will work. Like, these are, all these movies, I should explain, this is the episode that comes out right before the Oscars, which I don't think I've watched in a few years. Have you guys?
No.
I don't watch it.
I barely look at nominations.
Yeah. I used to look at the nominations to figure out what to watch, but they haven't been very good nominations for a while. But either way, these are all ones that are up for nominations. Most of these are ones that were up for multiple or best picture or just ones I saw on the list I think Ryan will do a good job explaining or an entertaining job explaining. And so they're well-known enough movies. You've probably heard of them. And either way, you'll probably be entertained by whatever crap Ryan comes up with.
I'm not your some puppet you can just bring out to entertain.
No, you're
All right,
like
puppet,
a monkey
go.
that
Get to
dances
work,
for
puppet.
us. Are you ready for
I meant to say.
You meant to say monkey.
I couldn't think of what it was.
Puppet, you bring it. I love the idea of like you're at a dinner party. Someone's like, I got entertainment, and you think like, oh wow, did they hire music? Did they like get? I don't know. The only other thing I can think of is a stripper for like a bachelorette party, but like something along these lines is no, like someone comes in with a little like marionette.
Make them dance.
But yeah,
That's entertaining.
we've got our first one up now. It's 1917, which has 10 nominations.
Well, joke's on you because I've seen the trailer for this, and I know it's about World War One, and
And
I know there's two brothers involved.
you know that.
So now I'm assuming
You know that from what, the trailer?
the trailer.
Okay. I didn't know that. I
Well-
wasn't paying attention.
Clearly, I'm an Oscar-nominated viewer type guy.
Okay.
So clearly from the picture,
Which is just the number 1917 in
but
sunset.
But do you see how they split 1917 down the middle?
Sure.
So I'm guessing one of the brothers is 19 years old, one of them is 17 years old.
I thought you were going to say they're on two sides of the war, but this is more interesting to me. Okay,
No,
one's 19,
they're
one's
just
17.
kids, and they're in the war.
That's wild. It lined up with the year 1917.
And time is the enemy, it says down there.
does it? It does say time.
It does say time. So this has something
really-
to heavily do with their age.
And it does not have to do with the year 1917.
I guess both those age and years both relate to time.
Okay.
But it's going to have something to do with them growing up because time is the enemy. They don't want to grow up.
It's a coming of age kind of movie.
They want to go back to before the war when
So they can.
When they weren't getting shot down.
they weren't getting shut down. They were just kids. And now that they've grown up, time is the enemy because they've grown up.
So it's like the movie
bad
Boyhood,
So-
but
But they go to war.
okay.
They
Instead of
wish
just
they'd gone
becoming
with
hippie.
Peter Pan and stopped aging then.
That's right.
Okay.
And well, stop time, I guess.
They want
But
to stop
also
time or stop aging. Those are
Aging,
very different
but
things.
also aging.
They want
Look,
to live forever.
hey, I haven't seen the movie. You can't
You saw the trailer.
get. Yeah,
I thought you were an Oscar-nominated viewer,
I am. That's why I know it's World War One. That's.
not from the year 1917. The soldiers on the poster.
I don't know history that well.
Okay, so you think it's about? If you give me like a 2-line synopsis.
Two brothers go to war, and instead of fighting the enemy, they end up. Instead of finding the enemy to kill them, they end up finding themselves
Okay, thank
to,
you.
to bond.
Wow, that's beautiful. All right, we're moving on to the second one, which is Ford versus Ferrari. It has 4 nominations. You seem amped up.
I haven't seen anything about this. I've only seen the title going around.
Oh yeah, no. Apparently it's a very daddish kind of movie.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems like it because it's car related, and you know us dads.
Oh, you're a dad. Oh my God.
How do you know it's car related?
Well, if you are a car guy like me, you know Ford and Ferrari are both car makers.
Okay. So what do you think this movie's about?
It's fucking advertising. It's corporate scum.
Oh my!
It's disgusting.
By who? Ford or Ferrari?
It's them starting out and they're trying to compete. They're starting their own companies, Ford and Ferrari. One of them,
Who's Ford and who's
they're
Ferrari?
each trying to become the exotic car maker, and only
who's
one can
Ford?
become.
Ford and who's Ferrari? Wait, so where are they from originally if one's trying to become exotic?
They're both trying to become exotic.
But where are they from in the first place? So where's exotic? Exotic means it has to be from somewhere other than where you are now.
No, like exotic cars, like
Yes.
What am I
Yes,
trying
that
to
is what
say?
they mean.
Yes.
Imports.
Yeah.
I don't mean imports. I mean like fancy cars,
Oh, that's not what.
Oh.
That's not what
So
exotic means.
luxury or
luxury cars.
Luxury.
Or
Okay,
stra-
okay.
Wait, luxury or sports cars or supercars?
Expensive cars.
Look, as a car guy,
Premium cars.
I mean, like a Rolls Royce could be a luxury car, high end, or like a Ferrari
Well,
could be a supercar.
I'm gonna say super sports car.
And based on
Big sport. Okay.
based on what you know
Hands in
about
your hips,
Ford
you're-
Based on
and Ferrari, who do you think won?
Ferrari.
Yeah, probably.
Now it's a
Now-
big, but it's a big race. Because they had
Okay, also, who's on the poster here?
Jesus. What is this? Cameron doesn't know movies?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to ask you. I'm trying to find out, I guess.
It's
what's
Matt
this
Damon
movie
and
about?
Christian Bale.
Okay, and
As
which
you
one's
can
Ford and
see,
which one's Ferrari?
Matt Damon is Ford and Christian Bale is Ferrari. As I can tell from the clearly separated margins on the lines, one's on the left, one's on the right.
Margins.
Jeez.
He's really good at vocabulary.
Ryan knows a lot of words, just not the meaning of it.
Like left and right and margins.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're both trying to go for the super sports car market, and they're both starting out their companies. And then eventually, it's this whole argument that eventually leads to one final race in this area that we're seeing on the poster.
And what happens
a
if they
racetrack.
win the race?
That person gets to make exotic cars.
The other one's not allowed to.
That's
Wait,
right.
I thought it wasn't exotic cars. I thought it was like
Super sports cars. Fuck off. I don't. Either one, and the other one has to make just day-to-day kind of mundane type cars.
you
They're
know
forced
you,
into it.
You know Ford
Yeah.
So who set up this
makes
race?
the NASCARs, right?
I don't watch
Ford makes
NASCAR.
NASCARs.
I watch real racing, real cars.
Like Formula One racing?
Which they also make. My point is Ford doesn't just make Ford Focuses and nothing else,
Oh, well, all I can think of
Well.
is their pickup trucks.
or that.
They clearly
The
haven't
F1
done a good job advertising that.
So,
so that's why they came up with the movie.
who set up this race?
They probably both agreed on it. It was a
This
mutual
is just
agreement.
this, instead of flipping a coin, they're like, you know what? We'll have a series of races.
Yeah, because they're car guys. It only makes sense.
So did they make they made the cars they raced, and the car that won gets to become a premium car?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they both made like super sports cars, and then they raced them off, and the better one, it's clearly better.
And
So it gets put to
labeled
market,
as the premium.
and so now Ferrari is your fancy cars, and Ford is your Ford Focuses and what have you.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
I think we've got.
How
that
did they
one
make the
covered.
F-150?
Are there any
But it's a dirty
taglines on-
advertisement, dirty corporate.
But so who paid for this movie?
Maybe it was a joint thing, or
Really? 'Cause
Ferrari
it
did.
sounds like Ford lost.
Sounds like Ford lost, so maybe Ferrari paid for it.
So is this like what's it called in a campaign when
A slander campaign.
no when you put out like an advertisement that's like bad against your opponent.
Oh yeah.
Slander.
I mean,
No,
it could.
it's a
Oh no.
fucking hell. I don't know what.
Google it. I don't remember.
I'll look it up. Ryan, is there
I'm
a
still
tagline on this poster?
Standing by slander. No, there's not.
No.
Nope.
Maybe it's that fine text down there, but you don't need a tagline. You can tell everything
Also,
from the poster.
there are a lot of people and a lot of flags up there.
Yeah, they're all here to watch the race. Because
Where
this
are
is a
all the flags
world
for?
thing. This is a world thing. Their companies are worldwide.
Are they at this point?
For sure.
Then
You know, everyone in Japan's driving Ferraris and,
in Ford.
and Fords.
Do you know anything about cars?
Yeah, I'm a car guy.
You really?
course I do.
You're a computer science guy.
Yeah, but I have hobbies, and cars clearly just
I
so
looked
happen
up
to be.
smear campaign, but
that's a good one.
That's not what I was looking for.
Well,
God, that's gonna drive me crazy.
Me too.
Not
I don't
knowing
remember
what
what
it's
that is.
like, share, and comment below what the word is.
Political ad against opponent.
I think you're just gonna find a bunch if you do that.
Yeah, but it might be the name of like
A slam job.
political ad
I
against
think that's what it
opponent.
is.
Negative campaigning. Okay, what does negative campaigning say?
This guy.
What a weird tangent.
Techniques. It's running advertisements, blah blah blah.
Google's useless.
Attack campaign? No.
I like smear. I think smear is a.
This
Ferrari
is
put
really
up
going
the
to
smear
drive me
campaign
crazy
against
not
Ford.
knowing what this is. Oh well.
The only reason I know Ford makes NASCARs is because I watched Talladega Nights recently and they were all
Oh,
Fords.
American politics.
Oh.
Youth supporters, blah blah blah.
I saw this movie.
Pretty
No, I
sure
didn't see
smear
this movie.
campaign is correct.
Is it just a smear campaign?
I think it is. That sounds right.
I thought there was
God,
more to
this
it
is,
too.
I thought there was another word because smear does not
You
sound.
should look up smear campaign.
attack ad. Attack ad is what I was looking for.
Smear campaign sounds
Yeah.
more right.
So it's smear campaign, attack ad. Those were the
oh,
things.
never mind. Smear campaign is by making false or dubious accusations.
Yeah. That's why I knew. That's why.
But this isn't false.
right. That's why I was. That's why attack ad was what I was looking more
Yeah.
for.
Good.
Specifically. Yeah. So we'll move on to number 3.
Easy.
You ready?
4 nominations. Damn corporate America. Go to the next one.
The Irishman, which has 10 nominations.
I've heard this is very long, and I've never. I don't want to sit down and watch it all.
I might watch it tonight.
But this is good. This is all the gang getting back together.
Who's the gang?
It's Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and
Delicio.
and Joe Pesci.
Yeah, you get Pesci.
Now you may know
You didn't get De Niro right though.
you may know Joe from
What's
Home Alone.
What do you think the name De Niro comes from? What
De
part of the
Niro. It's obviously Irish.
is it?
Is he the Irish man?
De Niro.
What does the Irishman do? What is this about?
Doing a bunch of business. Is there any taglines?
De Niro is Italian.
Right.
You're Italian. That's the name you messed up was De Niro.
The Irish man.
Okay. Okay. So what is the Irish man about?
There's no taglines.
There's no
There's no
taglines.
There's nothing really for me to go off of. There's just three
Well, you
men
see
wearing
three
suits.
men here.
There's the
You've
entire
gone off
poster.
of less.
That's true. I have gone off of less. Okay, one. Your big head is in the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me move this over here.
Move your mic.
I'm gonna move my mic.
That is
over
why I
here.
set it up on that side of the
That's
screen.
a good. You're a good thinker.
Yeah, I'm a good thinker. You're a good talker.
Neither of them is the Irish man.
There's
neither
three.
three
None
mean
of them
none?
are the Irish man.
He's really good at them words.
are the Irish man, not Irishman.
The Irish man is somewhere off screen because you can see Robert De Niro, and Joe Pesci looking at him.
I think it's pronounced pesky. I think you should go with that.
I
for
think
now.
Joe
Pesci.
Pesci is looking in a different direction than him.
No. Joe Pesci and De Niro are looking.
How are you getting it wrong after you got it?
Because I told him to.
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, I said you should call him Joe Pesky.
So I thought Joe Pesci was the one on the far right.
No, he's on the left.
Is that not Robert De Niro?
No, Robert De Niro.
Sorry,
is in the middle.
I was looking at
Gosh.
I was looking across the room. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Oh, you were looking at the
Yeah,
reverse.
because I can't really look down at my iPad the way I'm doing this, and I
Right.
can't look at the screen behind me with the way I have my mic.
Well, anyway, the two on the left are looking off screen at something.
Okay.
But then Al Pacino is looking to the left.
Al Pacino?
Al Pacino is looking to the left. So clearly, this Irish man is someone that De Niro and Pesci admire.
Oh, they admire him.
They admire him.
Okay, and so what do they
But
do?
they don't want to put up with him.
That's
They're-
a
What's the
Act-
actual
admiration.
story of this movie?
I honestly can't tell. All I can do is gauge
You can't
their
go off of, like-
motives.
Who directed it?
Martin
Hey, can I come up with an
Scorsese.
idea?
Yeah.
Can I
Scorsese.
come up with one? Can I come up with one?
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
Yeah,
so
you
I
go.
think this movie is about them discovering Irishland and to become the first Irish man.
The Irishman. You don't think it's like a superhero who has the powers of
Of an
a
Irishman?
yeah, that's why Martin Scorsese was bad mouthing Marvel, is because he was like, oh, they're like fucking theme park rides or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's because he's like, no, I'm gonna make a real superhero movie. He's
Where
gonna have
his
the powers
ability
of a
is-
leprechaun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I could see that.
Are walking away. Why is it so goddamn long though?
What's this? I don't know. You tell me.
Why couldn't?
What's this movie about? You keep saying they're not the Irishman. They respect him. What's the movie about? It's 3.5 hours long.
All right, they're at a real estate conference.
God.
Can we go to the next one?
No, I just want to hear, like, have you heard anything about this movie?
No, I actually haven't.
Really?
Me
Yeah.
neither. I know nothing about it.
Really? This is
All
so.
I've heard about is
Do you know
about
what
it being
Martin
long.
Scorsese is known for?
No.
Like mafia, gangster movies.
Oh, and these are all gangster people.
Yeah. Did you not hear about all the de-aging they did for this movie?
I did.
The wedding?
The de-aging. All these
Oh,
fucking
wow,
senior
okay.
citizens, they tried to convince you at some point, like they're in their 20s.
I thought you were.
oh.
I thought you were saying DJing with like a
No,
weird accent.
it's a movie about a bunch of old men running around with progressively smoother skin at certain points. Yeah, I'll show you clips later of how sad it turns out.
Oh.
But yeah, not the movie trying to be sad. I mean, how sad it is they tried to pull some stuff off with convincing you that they're not fucking old.
yeah.
Well, maybe it's the Scottish then.
Okay, I'm gonna.
These are the Scottish folk, and they're at war, mafia-wise,
With the
with
Irishman?
the Irish folk. And the Irishman is the top leader of the Irish folk.
Okay, and who's the top leader of the Scotland man? Or
It
what
would
are you
have to
calling
be
it?
the left man, Joe Pesci here.
Joe Pesci.
He seems to look the most admirable in this
Okay.
photo.
All right. I did not. I'm surprised you didn't hear anything about this movie.
I haven't heard anything. No.
Wow. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. This is one that was my favorite of last year. I thought it was Taylor's phone. Jojo Rabbit, which has 6 nominations.
See, I haven't seen this one. I should see this one though.
You should see this one. It's very. Do you like Taika Waititi's other movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let me get a feel for this.
There's a lot on this poster.
No tagline.
Yo, that has Hitler in it.
It does not have a tagline. The tagline for the movie was
there's Hitler in it.
It's an anti-hate film.
Now, how does that make sense?
Well, you tell me.
Hitler's in it, Cameron.
Yeah, so what is on this poster?
Can we say that?
You can say Hitler.
A bunch of them. A bunch of them. A bunch of humans.
Humans, okay.
The child is clearly the rabbit.
Oh, he's the rabbit. Why do you say that?
Hitler seems to be holding up the rabbit fingers to him.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's a little movie detail you might not have picked up on.
Okay, so what do you think this movie's about? What kind of movie is it?
Avid movie. This is, once again, we're in the war. It's like 1917.
Okay. Back when the Nazis were around.
Back when the Nazis.
The First World War.
No, sure. This is the second. If you want to get technical, this is the second.
If you want to get technical with it,
or just
not what I
at
said. Not 1917. Okay.
When do you? Just quick side note. How long after the First World War do you think the Second World War started?
About 20 years.
Okay.
Oh, that's close. Yeah. Okay.
I know my majors.
Well, do you? Because you just said
what
it
are
was
your
in
majors?
1917.
The wars, the major wars.
Oh, okay, those majors. Okay. Wow.
Goodness gracious, I feel like I'm being attacked. I can't have one goddamn second.
Are you rolling up your sleeves now?
I'm rolling up my sleeve.
Getting ready to fight back?
Yeah.
Clearly, this movie is just like the other one where it was so much of soldiers. This one's about a child who stops Hitler.
Okay. So
and he has a bunch of folks helping him out.
All right. How do you think it goes? I mean, look at some of these characters on the poster. These are not normal looking people.
The man on the right is really piquing my interest here in the black hat, and he's kind of peering
the one played
over.
by Stephen Merchant.
Yeah. It's kind of peering over. He kind of wants to know what's happening. Maybe he's the kid's dad.
Okay.
It seems like. Where he's trying to like stop his child from
I'm trying to stop him.
trying to stop Hitler.
So who does he fight for? The kid. Where's he from?
The kid. Who does he fight for?
You're saying he's trying to stop Hitler.
He's the Irishman.
No, he's not. That was a different movie.
You're right. Everything else has been so accurate up until now.
Perhaps he's Jewish and he doesn't want and he's
So he's not fighting
stopping
with
it
the
all.
army. He's just one man team
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
That's why he's one of the only ones in the poster.
with a uniform on.
Yeah, with a uniform on.
Okay. Okay. And
And obviously the three on the bottom are the bad folks trying to stop him. They're like
So who are these three
the
on the
goofy
bottom?
side gags. The woman there in the blue and
Rebel Wilson.
Yeah, Rebel Wilson, and then Sam Rockwell on the right there in his uniform. He's one of the main Goonies. He's the leader of the goons.
You mean the Nazis?
He's Hitler's goons.
Oh,
He's
Hitler's
specifically
goons.
Hitler's
Okay.
goons. And the one in the middle, he's going to have an identity crisis halfway through the movie, I think.
I forget what that actor's name is. He's from. Oh, he.
Is it
I want to say
Thompson
it's
McKenzie?
Alfie.
They have their names.
Alfie Allen. It is Alfie Allen. Yep.
Good for you.
I knew that because he's. Is there a singer with the last name Allen?
Tim Allen? No. No.
It's a girl. I can't remember. She has a song about him. It's a
Lily
sad song. Or yes, Lily Allen, I think.
Thanks.
He's in Game of Thrones as well,
Oh.
and he used to be, I think, just a big pothead, and then he turned his life around, and became a big actor.
Well, that's great to hear.
Yeah, there's still hope for you, Ryan.
Still hope.
Still
Who are the other two
hope.
people on the poster? There's someone very famous on there.
What's her name? Scarlett Johansson.
You have.
Joe Hennessy?
She's the mother.
She's the mother. You know what? I'm impressed you finally got something right.
Really?
Yes, she
Great.
is the actual mother in the movie.
The mother of Hitler.
No. Never.
The mother of the boy.
Oh my God.
Boy, yeah. Literally the only thing you've done right so
And she's
far.
gonna be the
Besides,
one
I
to
guess
help.
that you did know some of them were Nazis, yeah.
Yeah, of course those two are the Goonies.
The Goonies.
The goons.
Okay.
And on the very left is the love interest of the boy, I'd say.
Okay.
And they're gonna get into wacky situations. They're gonna fight. They're gonna be going the whole movie. The girl and the boy running around. The mother kind of helps him near the end.
Running around. Isn't he trying to stop Hitler?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got to go a bunch of places to do it, obviously. And then the three Goonies on the bottom are going to be everywhere trying to stop him.
Oh, they're chasing after.
They're chasing after the children. The dad is kind of like, he's kind of siding with Hitler, I think.
Okay.
In this case, he looks like it. Wearing all black and looking dreary as he does.
All right. Before we move on, I'm just going to let you know that boy in the middle is a Nazi. Jojo Rabbit is a Nazi.
You've really outdone me on this one. You really threw me for a loop on this one.
Yeah.
Remember, he's got blonde hair, blue eyes, and he's white.
And he's wearing a Nazi uniform. That was
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a jacket.
Just looks like a normal.
All those uniforms are Nazi uniforms.
I see. Well, I am very
It's just-
misinformed.
he's Hitler Youth. is
Oh.
what they call them.
Yikes.
Called them.
So is he still the good guy, Ryan?
No, I think I got it wrong.
He is the hero of the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he end
Kind
up
of.
stopping Hitler? Don't tell me.
I won't tell you.
Great.
All right. We're going to move on to the next one, though. But you should watch that movie.
Yeah, you should.
Joker. Somehow 11 nominations.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen this thing?
I did.
I sure haven't, and I should.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't?
You can. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's. I describe the movie as fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know.
All
Whatever.
right. Well, obviously,
Obviously.
it's about a man in a circus.
Oh, not the. Not. Oh, right. Sorry, it's Joker, not the Joker.
Joker, not the Joker. I see no reference to Batman here.
That's true.
This clearly has nothing to do with the Batman series.
Okay.
How do you pronounce that guy's name, the main actor's?
Joaquin Phoenix?
Jacquin?
Joaquin?
Do you think Jacquin got the Joker role because they both start with a J?
You mean a J?
J-O?
He doesn't have the K-E-R, but I'd say it helped.
It helped?
I'd say it helped him get the role.
K-E-R, fuck you.
Okay, so what do you think this movie's about then?
He's trying to get into the circus.
Oh, he's trying to get into the circus.
Yeah, of
Where
course.
are you getting that from?
It's clearly he's like screaming to the heavens, like, "Get me into the circus! I want to."
Oh, I
be
could
the
tell he's
circus."
screaming with his mouth and eyes closed.
Yeah, but it's like a silent screaming thing. He's probably
It's a silent
Like an
screaming
internal
thing.
monologue? Is that what you mean?
yeah. In the movie, he'd
Can
probably
you do
be.
that sound into the mic? Okay. That's what silent screaming sounds like.
That's probably what he'd be doing at the top of these stairs.
See,
Okay.
but his
Where do
mouth
you
was
think
still
these
closed.
where is the circus? Why does he want to get into the circus?
It's the best of the best.
It's the best.
That's
of
why
the
he's
best.
dressed up so dapperly and not like a regular clown. Because he wants to get in the fancy circus.
Oh, he wants to get into the high.
It's kind of like that Cirque du Soleil, but
So was he already a clown? Is he trying to move his
legit
way up,
circus.
or is he trying to break into?
no, he's
the
trying to
game?
break in, but he's trying to break in at the top.
Oh wow!
He probably got
Wait,
seen by some guy.
Have you seen The Greatest Showman?
No,
Okay, never mind.
I've never seen any movies.
It has
you're gonna
it
ask
has
me.
it has Hugh Jackman starting in the circus. I was gonna say, is he trying to join that circus? But I guess you don't know that reference.
No, I don't know that reference. But if it's a fancy circus, then
It's a very fancy circus.
then probably he's trying to break into the Great Showman circus.
The Great Showman. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's just about a guy trying to get into the circus.
Yeah, and
I'm
at
the
some
top
point
clown.
he's been scouted, but the scout doesn't have any pull at this particular circus that he wants to be at.
Who's scouting him then? Just a general.
Just a general
so
clown
usually when
scout.
someone gets scouted, it's like, let's say it's like a sports league.
Yeah.
They scout them for that league. Is there a league of circuses and it's not this particular? I'm not confused about how this works. Is he
Oh, I think what
is he
Ryan,
scouting or is this a talent agent?
I think Ryan's saying he was scouting, but it was for a lower end circus,
That's
which
exactly
the
what I
Joker
was
isn't
gonna
trying
say.
to
Okay,
join.
okay.
So he's like, "What about this
So when you
other
said
one?"
doesn't
And he
have
says,
pull,
"You're
you
the
mean
best, the
work
best."
for a different circus.
I've never seen anything like you, kid.
Okay.
Kid.
And he says, you got to go on to do bigger
How
and
old
better
do you
things.
think he is?
How old?
Yeah.
Looks about 23, 26, maybe 37. I don't know.
Ian, maybe this age, maybe twice as much.
Ryan will give that range that they give for like adults.
So how old's the guy that called him kid?
He would have been about 60. He's an old-time circus guy.
Okay, and how does this movie play out?
He ends up getting what he wants, getting into the circus.
How does he do that?
Well, he's got to prove his worth, so he's put through some real life clown challenges.
So he actually I can't even talk. Makes his way up through the circus.
Yeah, he does. He does.
And he works for better and better circuses over time.
Oh no, God no!
Circa.
You're not listening to me.
No, okay.
You moron! Listen.
To the plot, you didn't explain.
The old man is putting him through some trials.
The old man has no pull.
No, I know, but he knows where the people would be.
Okay.
So he's gonna go near the places the people
So
would
the
be.
circus.
No.
Okay.
Maybe near the circus. It could be. He's gonna go near where these fancy circus people will be, and he's gonna put him through like clown tests
In front of him.
just naturally like ignoring
So
them.
this is kind of like if there was a sports team, like say a basketball team.
Yeah.
Or no, you know what? I'll say a football team.
Yeah.
And they're on their, I don't want to say tour bus or however they travel. If they
tour
were
buses or things.
Yeah, and so they're stopping at a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
He knows they're at this restaurant.
Yeah.
And so
this little league coach is taking this kid to
So this
front of this
little league
restaurant.
coach is setting up a bunch of tires and stuff in front of the restaurant,
Yeah.
getting him to run and practice. And okay.
And he's like, they're looking over at the guys. see
So
if
looking
they
out the
notice.
restaurant window. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe
What's
they'll
a
throw
clown
rock at
trial?
them.
Like
And
juggling?
they do that once and he gets in.
No, it's a bunch throughout the movie. That's
Oh,
why
he
it's
keeps
a big,
doing
that's
it,
why
and the
it's a
people
movie.
keep ignoring him.
Yeah.
So there's like, it does sound like there's ebb and flow to this movie. It doesn't sound like there's ups and downs.
Cameron, I don't
it
think
sounds
you-
like they keep trying the same thing over and over,
I don't
and
know
then one
who
time
Ebb
it
and
works.
Flow is, but they're not in this movie.
Cameron, I don't think you understand what makes a movie a movie. It just needs to be capable of taking between an hour and a half and 3 hours.
You need to be capable of taking your time.
It could almost be a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could almost be a movie.
Some of these episodes are long enough to be movies.
Yeah, I
Rent out a
think,
theater and play this episode.
so they just keep doing the same thing over and over, and they don't pay attention, and then one time they do.
Sometimes they'll get a glimpse. They'll get like out of the corner of their eye. They think they see something, and then
And
they
is
look
there a
over
difference for the one time why they do notice?
because it was a crazy. He must have done something wild.
He probably just
What
did the
was
same
it?
thing.
What
he did
was
before.
But like he was setting up the trial. Like if it
Also,
was
what
kid,
is a clown trial?
now? Sure,
You juggle while you're on fire on a unicycle.
sure. I don't know much about clowns, but
Sounds like you do. It sounds like you know the business.
Yeah, I think you know too much at this
it'd be
point.
like something related to the what you said, the juggling or the
What did I say?
trapezing or
I didn't say
juggling.
juggling.
You said
And
juggling.
why is this movie called Joker and not Clown?
Or Circus Man.
He's a funny man,
Like a clown.
like a clown.
Why not?
But it's fancy. It's like the fancy term for a clown.
Oh, it's Joker.
Why not?
Joker.
Not Jester.
No, that's way too. That's old shit.
Okay.
Why not call it The Trials of the Circus or something?
Also,
doesn't
when
sell.
does this movie
This
take
shit
place?
doesn't sell. You
when
don't-
does this movie take place?
Because they did this so they could trick you into thinking it's the actual.
When and
Batman
where
Joker.
does this movie take place?
When and when? This looks like
When and when?
some.
It says
some
October 4th right on it. Come on, dude.
yeah, you're an idiot.
No, but what year? What year?
This looks oldie times, so I'd say 1972.
It is in the 70s.
Great. I'm really in some dirty, dark, dingy alley, some shit city, some shithole city.
Okay.
I would say.
Okay.
Well,
give
of
me-
course he's gonna start low.
So
and,
what country?
Doesn't it
and he's
happen
gonna
in
move
New
up
York?
to the.
What country?
Yeah, we'll say the states.
Okay, the states. And which state then is kind of what I'm.
Philadelphia
Okay.
kind of gives me a Philly vibe,
Okay. What gives you a Philly?
or maybe
vibe?
an Ohio. I don't really know.
Wow.
what Ohio.
Ohio
looks like.
with their big cities.
I think
Okay.
it's really in Alaska. That's the vibes I'm getting.
No, he's not wearing a sweater like
Be a
Ryan.
Maine, not a Maine. Definitely
Not like
Maine.
no, not at all Maine.
Not
Okay.
Maine.
Well, we're gonna move on to the next one.
Okay.
I think this is number 6 for us. Little Woman, which is up for 6 nominations, about half as many as Joker.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe they
What do you
should have
think-
made a big woman last time. Next time.
Should've made
so
Big
they
Woman?
can make a bigger awards.
Wait, wasn't there that movie, or was that a show? Tall Girl? Tall Girl.
That was a
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the sequel.
No, you're an idiot. It's Little Woman.
What?
How can a tall sequel to be a sequel? They would have to go more than tall.
No, get it?
Not down to
Oh
small.
no, it's like Benjamin Button, but in it's 2 movies, part 1 and part 2, because they're a big girl at first, because they're they were just born, so they're a girl, but they're tall because they're an adult,
Girl.
and then they become a little woman because they're shrinking over time, right?
But they're getting older. But
they're getting older, right? So it's Benjamin Button with a woman.
Please tell me you look at this poster.
Tall
What's it about?
baby grow into an old, short.
Woman.
Ryan,
baby
look
body.
at this poster and give me some information on it. What are you seeing on here?
You ever seen The Borrowers?
No.
Okay, really?
No.
Yes, you have.
I have not.
I've
You're
never
lying.
heard of it.
Where did you watch The Borrowers?
I had it on VHS. I watched it all the time when I was
Okay,
young.
Wow,
I probably did
yeah.
because it was on
Yeah.
VHS.
Probably did.
If it wasn't on one of the orange VHSs, like that Rugrats movie, then I didn't watch it.
The Borrowers.
It wasn't orange.
Ryan, keep telling me what's on this poster. What
There's
stands out?
4 little women looking out of a window.
Really, I only seen one.
How big do you think these women are?
They're longing for. They're about the size of a.
Of course, I didn't see The Borrowers. I'm looking at this crap.
John Goodman.
It lost a. Oh no, it didn't lose a lot of money. It lost a little bit of money, probably.
Go look up The Borrowers. Great movie. I watched it again recently.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
God, you have too much time on your
I
hands.
know.
Okay, so what? Yeah, there's 4 little women looking at a window,
Yeah, so-
longing for.
To explain this, I got to explain The Borrowers to some degree.
Okay.
The Borrowers are about a bunch of tiny people living in the walls of someone's house.
Okay.
And they survive by going out at night to get resources. Like
So
food
they're
and
like
things.
rats and mice.
So they're like rats.
people.
Yeah. And
Well, I guess more
the main bad guy is an exterminator who's trying to
Oh,
take
so
them
they're
out,
literally just mice people.
basically.
Okay.
So there are
But they bond with this boy.
So how's that relate to this then?
These are little women. They are about the size of a...
Lego person?
We'll say a
two.
Lego person.
I was
We'll
about to
say
say
a
it's just the same movie, but with
That's good.
women.
and they're looking outside. They live in the house they live in. Yeah, it's more or less The Borrowers, but the house they live in, they got a lot of inspiration from it. The house they live in is home to a bunch of freakishly tall people.
Oh wow! So they're really small compared to them.
And they're looking outside. This window they're looking outside is like the door to the microwave or something that they're inside.
Wow.
They live in the microwave and
How do they survive in the microwave? Do these people never use
they'll
it?
go out the back of the microwave when they want to use it, and then they'll come back in.
They'll go to the back.
Why is
What
there
do you
just this
think is
gap in the
back of
microwave?
It's to the wall. It leads to the wall.
So does the radiation get out of this microwave?
It probably leaks a little bit. I'd say.
Okay.
Maybe that's why they're small.
I don't understand. Are you saying that the microwave has only like 4 or has like walls on all sides except for the back where it's just pressed up against the wall really hard? Is that what you're saying? I don't understand. How do you mean they're going out the back? Like, what does that mean?
maybe they got a little. Maybe they're using a toothpick to make a bridge across the gap.
Across what?
What gap?
Just
Where
a-
is this
Is
gap?
there a back wall?
A
is what
little
we're
gap
asking.
between the wall and the microwave.
What?
No,
Yes,
but
so
we're
that's
saying
why I'm asking.
We're
Why
saying
is
how do
this-
they get out of the back of the microwave? It's not a house.
There's a hole in the microwave.
Okay,
Okay.
Obviously.
obviously.
So then the radiation.
So the
is leaking
radiation does leak out.
Of course, yeah.
out. Yeah. Of course. Oh, of course it does, guys. Oh, of course. How didn't I think of
Now,
that?
when do you think this movie takes place?
Hey,
by the way?
Maybe that's why these girls are freakishly tall in the house. Because they're getting
Because of
exposed to
radiation.
radiation.
So
Anyway, so these girls are in the microwave looking out, and they're seeing these tall girls, and they're just wishing that one day they could be this tall, because they don't know this isn't normal.
So
This
maybe they should
freakishly
stay
tall.
in the microwave, or
Yeah,
is the
maybe they
radiation
should.
making them smaller by
That's
little?
what I was thinking. It's making them taller and these girls smaller.
Okay, so maybe they shouldn't live in the
I
microwave.
don't think they should.
Okay.
Probably got residue radiation. I don't know.
And
how
when
that
does this movie take place?
works. This is some real old timey shit.
But still in microwave.
Probably
So
the 50s, I'd say.
So they're wearing clothing that looks like it's from, I want to say the 1800s, but I don't know that.
Yeah, the clothing looks pretty old.
Yeah.
Own your story, it says, is the tagline.
So I'm just going to look up, just for the sake of it, when this movie takes place, and I'm going to look up when
the 50s.
the microwave was invented.
I'll say the 50s.
Not invented.
still.
So I was right. 1868 is
There
when
was
the
no
book came out.
microwaves then.
Maybe they were in a fireplace.
Yeah, 1868. So I was right on that. And let's
However,
see
they
for the
microwave food
microwave.
back then.
Microwave. I'll just look up microwave, and I'll see when they
invention.
became consumer
Consumer grade
friendly.
microwave. You should get sponsored by like Whirlpool or something.
By Whirlpool for what?
Microwaves.
Does it make like
Because we're talking about
Really?
the
I thought
microwaves.
Whirlpool made a.
He's got a Whirlpool microwave right there.
I legit just thought Whirlpool was a local thing.
Oh, I don't know, maybe. But either way, they make all appliances.
Oh yeah, maybe.
To know that. So microwave, yeah, okay, no, microwave oven. The microwave oven. We'll take a look at this little
Maybe they
history
were
of
in
it.
1860s,
There's early developments around 1920,
50s.
and discovery 1945. Commercial availability 1947 looks like it's around when it started, but it really began. It was closer to the 1960s.
So 100 years apart.
Yeah.
So explain your story now, big man.
So I'm wondering.
Look, the microwave is just a small part of this.
It's a small part.
Really?
That
'Cause it
provides
seems like the
reason.
whole story at this point.
It seems like it's kind of what's causing the whole thing.
Yeah,
So
I
why
guess
does
what's
this
causing
movie
the whole
take
thing.
place in the 1800s?
Look, it's a fictional movie. Is it a fictional movie?
I think we should move on.
Is this a documentary
Who knows?
or based on a true story? Is that what you're?
The Borrowers wasn't.
No.
But this is based on The Borrowers, so I guess it's kind of like a
based
true movie.
on the Borrowers. Okay.
I think Ryan wrote himself into a corner.
And I guess there was. It's from Greta Gerwig, director of Lady Bird. Just
That climate girl.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
yep.
Greta Thunberg or whatever her name is.
Right over Ladybird. We did Ladybird in the other one, didn't we?
I don't think we did.
Oh, never mind.
Maybe we never released it.
You're talking about.
There's a chance.
You're thinking about Birdman.
Maybe we did. No, I don't think we didn't do Lady Bird. We definitely didn't do Lady Bird.
All right, I haven't seen it
Because
either
Lady
way.
Bird came out after the year. Yeah, we recorded the second set of them in like, I want to say September 2016. And I think that's a 2017 movie or late 2016 movie. So it came out after. Yeah, so we didn't do that one. We're going to move on to the next one, which is number 7, Marriage Story, which has 6 nominations.
I have seen that.
Just like all the other movies, I've heard about it and meant to see it and haven't seen it.
I'm curious because you did mention on a previous episode you didn't see any movies last year
No.
besides John Wick.
John Wick 3
John Wick 3 and Avengers.
and the Kanye film.
Oh, and that Kanye film for some reason.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So
His
what is
name's
Marriage
Driver.
Story about?
His name's Driver.
But he's not driving anything. Anyway, I'd just like to point out a little movie detail. This is the same woman from Jojo Rabbit,
Yes. What's her name?
Scarlett Johansson.
Okay. And who else is on the poster? What's going on? What is this movie about?
It's a man and a woman, and they're hugging and getting all intimate, and there's a child on their lap.
You're getting intimate with your child?
Hugging and getting intimate.
It sounds like there just happens to be one on their lap. The sound of it.
It looks like they also care for the child because he's laughing too. So it seems like he's in on whatever joke they're laughing about.
Oh,
So
it's
when
a
you
joke.
say intimate,
Just his nose is in her ear, basically. That's intimate.
God, this made me feel so gross.
We
You're
could
saying
try
their
and
kink is having a child on their lap?
try
when
and
they get
recreate it for you.
No, what's this
My
movie
nose in
about?
your ear.
What's this movie about? It's more so you describing the child, not the nose and
Well,
the ear.
I'd say this is some type of story about a marriage.
Oh,
I,
Wow. Holy
dude,
shit.
you should be a detective.
I am a detective.
Okay. Okay, so what's this about?
Well, a man and a woman have a child.
Holy shit, this is like pulling teeth.
No, I got it.
You got it. Okay.
And they love this kid. This is the best kid. Oh wow, he's playing with
They're
other
impressed
kids
with
and
this kid.
They're impressed with this kid. They're grading the kid and
How old is this
A's
kid?
all around.
What's the time between when they gave birth to this kid or got
This
the
looks
kid?
about 8 years old. I can't tell what age children are, but
Okay.
this kid looks about, we'll say he's 8 years old. So they've had 8 years of sitting around being like, oh my God, this is like an A+ kid.
Oh,
And
they're
marking-
grading the kid.
That's what I said. They're grading the kid
Okay,
throughout
because
their childhood.
you're holding up like a clipboard.
A fake clipboard and marking him down. That's what they would be doing, I assume.
Okay. And this is their kid. They're doing that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they raising him or just marking him?
Raising him.
They gave birth to the kid.
It's like hypothetical markings. You know, in their head, they're going like, "Oh my God, A+, A+."
Oh, they're thinking and grading system though.
Are they
And then-
teachers?
And then they'll go when they go to no. And then when they go to bed, they'll like talk about the kid and be like, my God, he was off the charts today.
Okay. Do they have jobs?
Yeah, of course they live a regular life.
Okay, so
It sure doesn't sound like it.
yeah, continue where you were going.
Great. Well, they get to the age of 8 and they're like, man, this kid is just the absolute best. I just want to marry him. They say at the same time and look at
I was
each
going
other.
to say, where does marriage story come back into
So
this?
they're trying to get triple married with a kid.
Right.
With their kid. And that's the whole movie. It's just them trying to...
So what do you think Toy Story is about?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I'm just wondering if marriage story was like, oh, wow.
Oh,
this is not how we expected marriage to be.
I don't know. I would have to see the poster for Toy Story.
Okay, well, we're going to move on to our next one, number 8. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Another movie I've heard about, meant to see and haven't seen.
10 nominations.
Wow, that's the same as...
Most of the other ones so far. Most of these ones, I think, so far have 10 or 6. I think JoJo and Little Women also had... They had 6 and...
Well, what a great and detailed poster. And Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, look at that.
You
You got the name right of the director you said you like.
I appreciate the effort that he put into making this poster.
Oh, he made it himself.
I imagine there's some drop that they perfected and made into a nice poster.
That explains.
Because it explains so much about the movie.
Does
you
it?
can almost
What's
see
on the
every
poster?
scene of the movie.
Oh, really?
There's just so much going on.
Okay, tell me some of what's going on. Tell me what's standing out. What's popping
These
out?
top 3 heads up in the heavens here, up in the sky.
Okay. Who are they?
They didn't die. Don't worry. They're the top dogs of Hollywood.
Okay. And
they're-
who are they? What are their names?
Leo, Brad, and Margaret.
Margaret?
Margaret. Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna use their real names because why not? You know,
Okay. May as well.
may as well. And there's
Did
no
it for
character names on the thing. I wish they put character names.
Yeah, it
Fuck,
gets
I wish they
confusing.
it really gets confusing.
Wish they would just put the plot down on the poster.
I wish they would, so I didn't have to see the movie. These are the top dogs in Hollywood, and you see her in the middle there. She's dancing, and the director's on the right side here, and he's sitting there.
Wait,
all
is
crossing his
he's the
arms.
director of the movie or in the movie?
So they're filming a movie within this movie.
So is that Quentin Tarantino or not? That's what I'm
No,
asking.
that's the director of the movie they're filming within the movie.
Okay.
Thank you. And he's got his arms crossed, and he's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, we got the 3 Hollywood bigwigs, and we're gonna make a banger movie right here."
Bigwigs.
So the 3 on the top are the
Are they
top.
celebrity? Like, are
Yeah,
they
they're
actors
celebrities.
or are they producers?
In this case, bigwigs is a good term.
No,
That's not what he asked.
They're actors. They're
actors. Okay.
Yeah. So they're like, we got the top 3 actors of Hollywood, and we're gonna make a banger of a movie. It's gonna have karate and shit, and guns and car chases and shooting, because that's all over the thing, all over the poster.
And how does it go?
But on the left here, in
there a-
this man in the suit, what?
Oh, okay. No, you're getting there. I was going to say, is there conflict in this
Yes,
movie?
I'm getting to the conflict. You don't. No, you put that back. The man on the left here in the suit is. He's so distracted.
You're so distracted and so nervous of him messing with your animal
Taylor's touching my
capsule.
animal capsule.
Dude, because you didn't put hot water in this like I told you, so it's not releasing.
Oh, really?
Yes, I
Yeah,
told you to
Taylor,
put hot
go fill it
water in
up. Go fill it up.
Yeah,
while
go
I
we
was
fill
fix
it
thinking
up.
maybe
this
moving
shit.
it
Get out of
around.
here, go-
It's literally
scram.
not dissolved even a little.
Just like I'm a bigwig in Hollywood.
Fucking word.
That's what they do to their
That's what it-
assistants.
yes,
They
an
say,
actual-
Go scram, give me hot
So
water.
are they okay? Are they actors or are they producers?
The top 3 are
They're
actors.
actors, but you keep using bigwig.
Bigwig is a term for a big actor.
Okay.
Big wig is not a term for a big actor.
Anyway, the man on the left here, he's the one paying for the movie.
And who do you think
He's
played
in the
by?
big suit. He looks like he's played by.
There's a lot of actors' names at the bottom.
Oh yeah, I'll pick one.
You'll just choose one.
Al Pacino.
I think that is Al
Pacino.
Pacino.
It looks like Al Pacino. What? No, I can't hear anything.
Well, we can mute your mic.
Yeah, you don't even exist to us right now. So Al Pacino's playing the big financer for this movie. You can say he's a producer too. Sure.
Sure. That's what a producer would do.
They would finance the movie.
Yeah, they're in charge of the financials for a movie. That's yeah.
How about you tell us, filmmaker? I bet you like. I bet you like this film.
I didn't see it.
Ah, you idiot. Anyway, he's financing, but he's looking all. down at
Explain for audio people and video people what
I'm
that was.
scrunching my face. She's looking all angry.
Oh, angry. Okay. So you say he's getting all, and then you just
He's looking all
scrunching your face.
Humphrey and Dumphrey and he's not happy. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
And because this director has gotten the 3 bigwigs of Hollywood,
Right.
But the movie is just, he's also going all out on the movie, so he's just spending all this money, and the whole movie is about them trying to make this big expensive movie, but it's not really happening going as well as he planned. Yippee-ki-yay. So you can see the director's daughter on the phone here in the middle, holding her teddy bear.
By?
She's played by Dakota Fanning.
All right, Dakota Fanning is like our age now. She's in her 20s.
Sure.
Okay.
Played by Dakota Fanning. They can do some de-aging stuff like they did in The Irishman.
Okay, yeah, okay.
That's a little callback to The Irishman. She's calling her pa, the producer,
Right.
financer, and she's saying, "Oh, pa, but I'm looking to get some of this money when you die and I'm grown up.
Okay.
So you can't spend it all on this movie."
Oh.
And so here's the main conflict.
She doesn't think the movie's going to make any money.
No, she doesn't. And or she just doesn't have a concept of money goes
He's not
in,
just spending,
money comes out.
that this is a business for him.
Yeah.
She thinks
she doesn't
he's just
understand it's an
spending all the
investment.
money.
Yeah, he thinks it's just. She thinks he's just like so into like model trains or something, and like spending all his money on model trains, and nothing's
He's
gonna
spending
come
it
out.
all on his hobby.
Yeah,
Millions of dollars.
So
Yeah, like,
can
yeah,
I
you
get
gotta
like
stop.
the TLDR for this movie?
Yeah,
Because I don't know what's happening.
Give me a few line synopsis. If you went on IMDb, Wikipedia, or whatever, you just
What
saw
were
the
the
little
first two
description.
lines?
what is this
Hollywood
movie?
bigwigs try to make a movie, but the producer's daughter is getting real antsy, and they might not
How
make
old's
the
his
movie.
daughter?
She's like 12.
And so this 12-year-old daughter has this much pull.
She has a lot of pull on her father.
So the bigwigs, the big powerful people in Hollywood,
yeah.
their villain is a 12-year-old.
Wait, I thought they were
girl.
actors, not producers.
He keeps
Oh
saying
my
bigwig,
God.
so we're going with bigwig.
I don't know how many times I have to explain this.
So-
Bigwig is also a different actor.
Because he's talking. He's
But
talking.
the actors don't decide what happens in the movie.
Well, he's decided
No, it's
there's
not about
big.
them.
He's talking about bigwigs.
you just said there's bigwigs trying to make a movie. I'm confused. Are they trying to
Oh,
make a
well,
movie?
I also included the director in that bigwig and the producer in that bigwig. They're all bigwigs.
They're all bigwigs.
Everyone's a bigwig.
And the villain of the movie is a 12-year-old girl who's
And then it will later
who's
become the,
confused about the concept of filmmaking.
funny,
So
really.
is there conflict to this movie because they
Well,
should
because
know
she'll
that
eventually pull the producer back to her side, and then he'll threaten
by
to
convincing. So even though he's doing this to make money, by her not understanding the concept
kinda-
of making money, she'll convince him it won't.
It'll kind of open
I'm
his eyes
still
to the
confused.
possibility of it not making the money
You were
back.
supposed to make a 2-line
So-
synopsis and
so-
you never did it. I still don't know what
I did,
happened.
I did.
So
You
by
can roll the
coincidence, her not understanding it makes him have a separate
Yes.
realization.
Yes.
So is this a comedy?
No, it's not a comedy.
Oh, it's a drama.
It's a drama, of course. It's a drama. Have I explained nothing?
Kinda.
Anyway, and then the rest of the movie is just about the producer trying to shut down the movie, but the director and the other actors
Okay.
are fighting.
Is that
to-
you aggressive?
fighting-
'Cause
yes, it
can you
is.
use the term
Because
bigwig?
they're
did not
using the
use the term
terminology you're
bigwig.
supposed to.
fucking wackos. They're trying to make the movie, and the movie is called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, so
it's got the same title.
Okay.
It's got the same title as the film they're trying to make.
And what? Okay. Is there a reason for that?
No, it's just fun.
it's
It's
just
just
fun.
fun
It's
because you
just
can go in and then you'll hear them at one point say, "We should make a movie. I wonder what it'll be called." Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And they'll look at
they
the
look at
camera,
the camera?
and then everyone in the audience goes,
Okay. And is that the end of the movie or just halfway through or something?
"That's like the beginning."
Beginning. Okay.
Oh my god. That's awful.
And so does the movie get made?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
We're moving on to number 9. Parasite, a movie you said you're going to see tomorrow? Tuesday. 6 nominations.
Yikes.
What am I doing tomorrow?
Nobody asked.
Oh, we're going bowling tomorrow for your birthday. Ryan turned 24, just like Jack
Yeah.
Bauer.
Hey.
Now you can fight
Thanks.
crime or whatever you did.
You're almost old enough to rent a car without
live
having to
out
pay
a
that
day.
extra fee.
Yeah.
To live out a day.
To live out a day. 24 hours.
His 24th birthday. They should have. I wish that the first season was called 16 and started on like his quinceañera, and then they went up to 24 as the last one.
I wish each episode was a year of his life.
I wish each episode was just one day of his life, his birthday. What other day was important in a year? Christmas?
No, I wish every episode of 24 was a year of his life until he got to the age of 24.
Oh, so he's a baby for the first few.
Yeah, the first few were just write-offs.
The Adventures of a Baby.
You're write-offs. Okay, so what's Parasite about?
Parasite.
You're going to see this movie.
I'm kind of spooked about this.
So
'Cause
what do
know,
you?
There's
What convinced you to see this movie? You must know something about it.
I've just heard it's good.
That's it.
Yeah. I go into movies not knowing anything.
Ryan, do you see the tagline on it?
A film by Bong Joon-ho.
The tagline.
Act like you own the place. Now this is my kind of movie.
Hey, Jack Bauer.
One of the best films of the decade. The decade just started. They don't know.
This movie came out last year.
Oh. Then I guess they would know. I guess they would have the information to make that decision.
Yep. Okay.
Great. Anyway, first off, my first instinct is I'm kind of spooked. Because, that whole virus is going around lately.
The coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
That's from drinking too many Corona Lights.
It's the Vin Diesel virus.
Vin Diesel was patient zero.
It's getting ready for Fast 9.
Yep. He was drinking so many Coronas on set that he got ill.
I was going to say it was like promotion for it. It's like viral marketing. So they put a virus out for viral marketing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Back to the Parasite movie.
Yeah. Because it's Parasite, and Parasite is also another word for a virus.
That's not true. Parasites and viruses are literally completely separate things.
Yeah, but we're living in Ryan's world for a little bit.
No, but the virus could be a parasite.
No.
Taylor, we're living in Ryan's world.
No, that's not.
We're living in Ryan's world. So
Parasite is eating my insides. You could also say I have a virus.
sure, okay.
You could also say you have like a small robot doing it. Doesn't mean they're all the same thing.
I'm following.
Who is this guy?
You're
You're following along.
Yeah, I get it.
Anyway.
maybe the director used this by coincidence. Also used the term wrong.
Could have.
Yeah.
Maybe the director knew. Maybe this is promo for the film.
What's
For that
happening
film.
right now?
Yeah.
You explaining this?
No, he's saying the coronavirus.
the virus.
Oh, it's for two movies. Fast 9.
Yeah, it's for Fast 9 and
Okay.
Parasite. Were they made by the same person?
Sure.
So it looks like there's a dead person there too. Yeah, I really think this is just your average pandemic type movie where they're going around. CDC is involved somehow.
Okay.
It's just a poison.
And explain the tagline then.
So Parasite, act like you own the place.
Also, what language do you think this movie's in?
Not English, that's for sure.
Okay.
Just
Why?
kidding. I think it is in English because the title is in English.
I actually don't remember.
And the
I thought it
tagline
was
is in
a different
English.
language.
Really?
What do you think about that?
I was supposed to see this
thing in the
film
background.
festival in
What do you
Denver.
think about that?
Child.
No, behind her.
The TP type thing?
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think that means? What does that have to do with that?
What does it have to do with it?
The modern home is contrasting that teepee in the background. What do you think that means?
A ghost. They're on a little graveyard. They built their house on a graveyard.
On a graveyard? Okay.
And now these ghosts are coming back to, and they're the parasites
The movie's not in English.
because they're infecting. Really great.
Yeah. Are you worried about Tuesday now?
Yeah, I have to do a lot of reading on Tuesday now.
You're not very good at that.
So who's acting like they own the place? The ghosts or the people?
The people are acting like they own the place, but they're the parasites because they're infecting this graveyard with themselves by building their house on top of a graveyard.
Okay. All right. I like where you're going with this.
Thanks.
Why do you think their eyes are blurred out the way they are?
Because we don't want to give them any recognition because they're parasites.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's like a not morality kind of thing.
Oh my
like
gosh! And the dead body must be a body they dug up from the graveyard.
Oh. Why is it decomposed?
I don't know. Why is it above ground?
Because they dug it up.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're saying that like you just pointed out a flaw in my point, but you didn't
don't know
disprove
what-
anything.
You're not getting much from this
This
one?
doesn't make sense. Why are they all looking at the camera? Why are they aware of the camera? Do they know they're being filmed?
I don't know.
Is this
Maybe
like a Blair Witch?
It's a
type
documentary.
thing? Is this a Blair Witch type thing?
Blair Witch wasn't a documentary.
No, but it was. They knew there was a camera there.
Yeah, it was like a fake documentary. It was a found footage film.
Why does that kid
Yeah.
have a rock? There's so many questions. I can't wait to come back and answer them after Tuesday.
After Tuesday. Okay.
On the Valentine's
Do you want to move
Day.
on to the next one?
Yeah.
Number 10?
Yeah.
So are you happy to know we're out of the ones that were... These ones were all nominated for Best Picture.
Really?
Yeah, so far. I think. I don't think I threw off the order, but...
How many do we have left?
I don't know, but the ones from here on were ones I handpicked, not just Best Picture ones.
Yeesh.
They're ones that I think you'll enjoy.
Dance monkey dance.
Not necessarily enjoy watching them, enjoy explaining. So number 10, The Two Popes.
I've actually debated.
3 nominations.
I watched the trailer for this one.
Oh, so you know something about
Oh
it.
yeah.
Okay. Because I know nothing about this movie.
Really good.
I just saw The
Really?
Two Popes, and based on how you describe most movies...
Let me explain it to you.
Okay.
The Pope on the left is the real Pope. The Pope on the
Who's
right,
played by?
Anthony.
Anthony, okay.
You know, Anthony.
I know Anthony.
And the Pope on the right, played by Jonathan.
Okay.
What was I saying? The Pope on the left is the
Just
real
explaining there on the left and right.
Pope on the left is the real Pope, and the Pope on the right
Yeah.
is gonna take his place.
Okay.
He's kind of training him in case
he's
anything
the
were to
upcoming
happen. No. Just training him.
Oh, so he's the vice pope?
You could say that.
Okay.
In case, like had with the president. If anything happened to the president, the vice president would take over.
Is that
But
how
the
it
vice
works?
president, shut up. But the vice president needs to be trained in how to do presidential things.
Okay.
So this vice pope is being trained on how to do the pope's job.
Why are his colors like the opposite of the normal popes? Is he not the
Is one good,
anti-pope?
one
Now,
bad?
see, this is where the conflict comes in because their personalities don't mesh well together. So there's the color change on the poster where one's wearing white and one's wearing black and red. It's just trying to show the conflict in their
Is
personality.
this like a buddy cop kind of thing?
It kind of is like that.
Kinda like,
it eventually turns into that, where they're fighting at the beginning and they have so many conflicts, but then they'll realize that inside they kind of share a lot
Kinda
of
like Bad
commonalities.
Or the other guy?
I don't know.
Bad Boys is like a buddy cop.
They're good boys. They're the popes.
They're good boys.
They're good boys.
No, but I mean a buddy cop movie or like
Yeah.
what's
Oh,
another
yeah,
buddy cop
yeah,
movie? Lethal Weapon.
Or like lethal. This is like Lethal Weapon if they were
If they were popes. Okay.
And the whole film is just he's kind of trying to train him, and their personalities are clashing.
What is training a
clashing.
pope like?
He's just taking him around, kind of job shadowing type thing.
Okay. And
Giving
what
him
is-
giving
what-
him advice. You know,
so what are
always
the-
stay in the glass.
what does a pope
bubble
do?
Type thing. The pope, he just goes out, waves his hand, does a few crowd
Please.
pleasers.
Where is this?
This is in Italy,
Okay.
in the near the Vatican.
Near the Vatican, not in the Vatican.
No,
Okay.
now little known Pope fact: doesn't actually live in the Vatican. Lives just on the outskirts of the Vatican.
So he goes to the people on the outskirts of the Vatican to wave to them.
No, so he comes into the Vatican,
Go-
waves
okay,
for them,
okay.
and then goes back to his countryside villa.
I've got a question for you. On
Yeah.
the poster, there's 3 chairs and one of them's empty. What do you think that symbolizes? Is that the Holy Ghost sitting between them?
It's a very good question.
that
I
the
hadn't
throne?
noticed that before. I think there's actually 2 chairs in the middle there.
Yeah, there is. I was just kind of, it didn't
But it
fit
does.
my narrative
They
very
make it
well.
look like one chair on purpose, I would say, because their personalities have to come together and become one person
Okay. Also, they're drinking
as
lemonade.
they sit down.
I don't know if that gives you anything. It might be water.
No, that's irrelevant.
Are they father
And so,
and son?
how does this movie end? Do you think?
The Pope on the right is going to kill the Pope on the left
Oh my fucking god.
because after he's
So, unlike most buddy cop movies where they come together in the end, they set out these two don't get along. By the end,
No.
these two really did not get along.
no, because they did get along, but he learned how much the Pope actually like makes and how much like treasures he has stored up and shit.
His treasures.
Treasure?
Name some of the Pope's treasures.
Like a bunch of weird chalices type thing in a room. And
So he's got like Indiana
paintings
Jones treasures.
and just whenever you think of like Italian art, he's got a bunch of old Italian art.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, that's
Probably got
definitely worth murdering.
Michelangelo's mummy in there, you know.
All right. I'm
We
gonna
don't
look
know.
up Michael. Are you spelling? Because I don't know if this.
I don't know
piece
how
of
to
art-
spell Michelangelo.
No, I'm not asking for that. I'm saying, are you spelling mummy with a U or an O?
You.
Michael, because I've never heard of this.
You think I was referring to Michelangelo's mom?
Mommy.
Michelangelo's mummy.
Oh, I don't think it's real.
You just made this up.
Yeah. Just in the movie, I assume Michelangelo got
Mummified?
Yeah.
Like an Egyptian?
Yeah,
Okay.
for the Pope. They wanted to preserve.
When does this movie take
legacy.
place?
This would have been back in the 1750s.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure when Michelangelo.
I know there's an umbrella there.
This
It's
isn't modern-
1850s.
Even though they're drinking lemonade with some patio furniture.
1980s.
And you've seen the trailer.
1980s.
1980s. So they dug up Michelangelo's body to then mummify it.
Yeah, it's been like that the whole time. Every pope has inherited that.
Oh, so it's been around for a while.
It's been around for a while, ever since he died.
Yeah, they're not.
So what's the connection between these Catholic popes and Egyptian culture?
That was just an example of some of the fine, expensive pieces he has in
Someone's
his
dead body.
treasure. Michelangelo's dead body.
Sure, a dead body.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to the next
It was
one.
who it was that was important. Anyway, then he kills him to get the inheritance money.
Okay, we're going to move on to number 11. Movie I know you've seen. Which one are you going to guess it is?
Avengers.
You don't think that John Wick's up for an Oscar?
I don't think John Wick is up for an Oscar.
It is Avengers Endgame.
Hell
One
yeah.
nomination.
What was it?
Oh, wow.
Should take a guess, Ryan.
Sound design. No.
No. What
Costume.
was it for
Costume.
sound design?
Costume.
I'm guessing sound design. If I'm going to guess,
Interstellar.
probably a space movie is in there.
Yeah.
Those ones are pretty, I don't want to say easy because they aren't. It's just,
You have more room to show off.
yeah, they're designed to show off sound design. But yeah, tell us about Avengers Endgame. What happened?
Well, I can spoilers for anyone who hasn't. I don't know if you've been living under a rock, because even I've seen it. So it was a really confusing movie. I barely followed it, but it starts out with Tony Stark, and he's giving a pep talk, and someone will come in and the Hulk is back, and he says we got to travel back in time because Thanos, the main guy, beat them, and then they're gonna travel back in time.
Can I just stop you for a sec?
For sure.
This was like a 3.5 hour movie. This is the pace you go at. You're going to be explaining this for the next 20 minutes. You might want to
Great. They travel back in time, and then they eventually get back to Thanos, and they say,
What?
Which part of the movie are we at right now? Because I don't remember them traveling back in time to Thanos.
Yeah,
This
me
was-
neither. They didn't do that. They went back
Is
in
this
time.
the beginning when they kill him?
But that
No,
wasn't
this
back
is
in
later.
time.
This is later.
He completely skipped that.
Wait, they went back in time. They went back in time to live it all again, I think.
They went
Okay.
back in time to get the Infinity.
Don't give him anything.
Oh, yeah. And there's Infinity Stones.
Okay.
Fuck.
I actually completely forgot about those.
You forgot why they went back in time.
Yeah, I thought they went back in time to redo the Thanos killing.
Yeah.
What?
All right.
They killed him and they were like, wasn't good enough. We got to kill him twice.
Yeah, I don't remember why they had to go back.
Yeah, you're right. I should have
Yeah.
let him figure it out.
Yes.
Still don't remember. Anyway, and then they got the whole gang. They went back in time, and they went 5 years back in time before they killed him, and then they built up their roster of people. That's why this shows off so many people, is because they built up.
These
their
are all
whole
the people
roster
that didn't die in the first movie.
Yeah,
over.
the roster's smaller now than it used to be.
Yeah, but then because they went back in time, everyone's alive again.
But those people aren't on the poster.
Yeah, they never got
Right.
any.
I'm just saying in general, on the poster, in the movie, there's so many people.
Okay.
There's so many people. It's so hard to keep up with what's happening.
Yeah, I can tell.
All right. Can't you tell? Anyway, they built up their whole roster. So then by the end of it, they have a big army of people that they gathered over these 5 years.
So we gave you the stones as Taylor did as a clue. Doesn't sound like they came back into play.
No, I really don't
Okay.
remember what the stones
So you
had to
don't
do with
remember when they
anything.
brought everyone back to life?
I thought that was a time portal thing.
No. They
Okay.
went back in time, got the stones.
Yeah.
They
Wait,
used it to
just a sec.
snap,
Before
bring
that,
everyone
why
back to
did-
life.
why did
Just
we
a
have
sec.
to go back
I'm
in
explaining
time?
to him the whole.
Yeah, I'm
stone
saying
thing.
before we even get to that, why did they have to go back in time? Why were the stones gone?
Because they killed him and he had hidden them somewhere and they didn't know where they were.
No,
No, he destroyed it.
he destroyed them. That's why they got mad.
That part's very irrelevant. They don't have the stones. And Thanos.
Well, it's relevant as to why they had to go back. Like the stones no longer.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they went back
in.
in time. I'm saying it doesn't matter. The fact is that they went back in time to get the stones.
Right.
They get the stones. They come back forward in time. They bring everyone back to life. Then they fight them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was just getting to, the fight.
No.
Yeah, but you left out any
you left
details.
out one of. You were saying, yeah, okay,
You
all
didn't
right.
even mention how Thanos was still alive because you said they already killed him.
Yeah, but then when they were back in time, he was alive again, just like everyone else.
Right, and he came back to the future with him?
No, he just lived out his life.
No, he came back to the future.
I really don't remember the movie.
Okay.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's just going off my
And then what
memory
happened
here.
once they get to the fight?
Tony says, I love you 3000, Thanos.
All right.
And then he killed him.
How did he kill him?
Well,
He put all the stones in his own Infinity Gauntlet and gave him a
Infinity
big old womp. Gave him a big old womp.
He punched him with the gauntlets.
With his heavy glove?
With his
With
heavy-
so many stones on it?
Rock'em Sock'em Robots punch.
Bunch of stones on the glove.
Okay, and then what happened?
Jarvis said, "Well done, Mr. Stark," and everyone clapped.
And then what?
And then everything was back to normal.
No, Tony died.
You don't remember anything, do you?
You just remembered he's dead.
Didn't you see Far From Home where the whole premise is
No,
that
I don't think
gone?
you saw Far From Home, did you?
I haven't either, but at least
I
I've seen the
haven't, I
trailer.
God, yeah.
I actually forgot that happened.
Yeah, he's dead.
Well, it must have been a big old womp then, because he womped himself
Really
too.
tired himself out? Or did the glove come back around and hit
The
him
glove
as well?
must have come back around. It had so many stones he couldn't stop himself, and he
too
came
much
back
momentum.
around and
That's
ripped
what's
his arm off.
That's what's so impressive with the Infinity Stones is they're infinitely heavy. And that's why you want to punch with them because they just hit so hard.
Yeah.
So
And Doctor Strange says
they
"It's
went
the
back
only
in
way,
time,
Tony."
got the stones, got everyone, instead of using their powers.
He punched him with
That's a really heavy glove.
Midway through, Doctor Strange was like, "Tony, you gotta womp him. You gotta womp him good.
You gotta womp him.
It's the only way."
I don't know if I've ever heard the term womp used this way. I remember from Recess
neither,
when he says this womps. You're saying me neither. You just came up
It makes
with
sense. Phonetically, it made sense to me. to
Well,
use
it
the
only
word
made sense
womp.
because we saw you throwing your fist when you said
Yeah,
womp 'em.
also that.
I don't know if the audio listeners would
Well, if I
necessarily
had just
know
said
that.
it, you went up and womped him.
Yeah, I understood what he.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you done with this one?
Yeah, I'm done with
Feel like you
shit.
explained that perfectly.
This
All right,
corporate shit.
we're going on to Bombshell. 3 nominations.
Bombshell.
If you know anything about this movie, Taylor, give him nothing.
Based
I
on the
don't know.
real story, I can already. I would even think that I'm.
It doesn't even
kind
say
of
based
right.
on a real story. It says based on a real scandal.
Scandal. Scandalous. It's Scandals can also be stories. Stories can be scandals.
Okay, you don't have to explain it.
As a journalist expert, I would understand.
Wow.
There is a man and a wife,
Okay.
and the one on the left is the
man.
original
Who plays the one on the left?
Charlize Theron.
Okay.
Charlize Theron.
You got Shirley's right.
Really?
Yep.
Theron. She plays the original wife.
The original wife.
Mm.
Okay.
You see where I'm getting at here.
I don't. But keep going.
Now, for some reason, she's just not happy in her relationship.
Okay.
Something we can fix in the Valentine's Day episode. And it's just a little self promo. Tossing it in.
What? Oh. I think you're
Jesus.
back to the plot. I
You're
was
also
very
slow. Everyone on the film is gonna be laughing at you.
All right.
Idiot. And-
Get back to the plot.
anyway, so her she finds these 2 women online who kind of look like her.
Okay.
And she pays them to come and take her place, basically.
Oh, so he doesn't know that.
No, he doesn't know.
So this is kind of like a Prince and the Pauper situation, or a.
Never seen that one.
I'm trying to think of movies where 2 people look alike and they switch places.
Oh yeah,
Freaky Friday.
Freaky
No,
Friday.
They
Not at all.
there's the show that came out with Paul Rudd where he clones himself.
Oh,
Yeah.
21 Jump Street.
Yep, that's the one.
There was that old TV show.
Yeah, okay.
The children's show.
The children's show. I forgot about that one.
Littlest Hobo?
No. It was a tall, lanky kid. Fuck, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Oh, The Incredibles.
He had a clone.
All right.
We'll get into it in another episode, but
Maybe.
anyway. No, I'll write it down. I'll put it in your calendar. Anyway, the big bombshell that they're talking about is at the end when the husband finds all three of them in the same room.
All right.
And he says, wow, what? Wow. It was a bombshell.
They named the movie after the reaction sound.
Yeah.
Give us that.
It was a bombshell of a reveal.
So these three women that kind of look alike convinced him that he had.
They're just
they were
blonde.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to explain the movie because I haven't seen it. I don't have much interest in seeing it, but it's about a Fox News scandal.
Oh.
I purposely chose this movie because I knew you would think three people on the poster looked like each other.
Oh, yeah. Good.
I thought it was going to be a
Too well.
clone situation, but clearly you could tell some
It
difference.
was a similar type of clone.
But the husband couldn't tell the
No, he
difference
could
between
not.
them.
He could not. He was not very
Ryan,
involved in
there's
the-
one
He was not-
detail, Ryan, that you missed is that from left to right, their hair gets longer. It's because they're clones, but at different ages.
That was
I
another
had-
one I wondered.
I had
As if there was
noticed
going to be
that.
some aging thing, even though
Yeah.
the one on the right is the youngest.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. We're going to move on to one that I wish came up earlier because after Marriage Story,
Yeah.
you couldn't explain the next one you said if it didn't come up, but it's coming up now. Do you know what it is?
I don't remember when I say things.
It's Boy Story. Toy Story.
Marriage Story, Toy Story.
Yeah, Toy
I
Story
do remember
4,
this.
though.
So Ryan doesn't even need to explain this. He already did.
There's no.
Go back and listen to Marriage Story.
Just
Well,
replace every
this
time
is
it
the
says boy
fourth
with
Toy Story. There's been 3 others, but what's Toy Story 4 about?
I have seen the 3 others.
You've seen the 3 others.
I have
Have you
not seen 4
You
actually.
have not seen 4, so what do you think 4 is about? Taylor, give him nothing.
I know.
Yeah, give me nothing. I have seen the trailer. I can't remember what it was though.
All right. Well, you've got a poster to work with.
But now Andy's gone. Poor kid, Andy. So now they have
Poor
to find
kid.
a new owner.
What happened to Andy?
He went to college.
So he's not a kid anymore, then.
Okay,
He's
so
an adult.
I was
Andy
wondering
went
what
to
poor Andy, if something bad happened to him.
Even watch the movies? No, he didn't. Nothing bad happened to him.
At least poor Andy.
They're in an antique store. How fitting, because they're all toys, old toys. That's where
Good, you can
old
read
toys
backwards.
go. I can read backwards.
Okay. But you
wondering
could
how we
read
got-
you could read forward sometimes.
Sometimes no, but anyway, this is them trying to get adopted. That's kind of like
At an
it's
antique-
kind of like an orphanage or
So
or an
what happened
SPCA.
at the end of Toy Story 3?
They just got left on the side of the road. No, they went to another girl. But
Yep.
okay, so she gave them up too
Okay.
in the middle. We'll say this is 30 years in the future when
Okay.
everyone's given up on these toys.
Another antiques.
Another antique.
Everyone's playing
Okay.
Fortnite. Nobody
This
needs
makes
toys.
sense. Nobody needs toys when you got a Fortnite.
Yeah, and Ninja Skins, sponsored by Fortnite, Epic Games.
Do you want me to unplug his mic?
Yeah, I'll mute him. I'll mute him.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway,
that's-
this is kind of like the orphanage or the adoption shelter where they're trying to get bought again.
as antiques.
Yeah,
And in 30 years. Oh, no, they haven't been there 30 years. Did they just arrive then?
they just arrived here.
So did she give them up at like
There's
the
been
age of
about
36 years
There's
old?
been about 3 other owners,
Oh, there's been
by this
their
time.
owners.
but they were too boring for the movie, so they just left them.
They didn't get their own. They decided we're going to have to go 30 years ahead.
Yeah, it was kind of their excuse. This is how they got away with another sequel, and because they were like, it's different. 30 years, it's kind of different enough where it's its own movie, not really a sequel.
Okay.
You see,
It is a sequel.
right? But this is kind of their way of saying, nah, not really though. But it is. We know it is. It's
We know it is because
obviously.
otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Because 4, right?
Yes.
It follows 3.
All right.
And so the main conflict is obviously Buzz. Buzz would get bought by someone, and then Woody doesn't
Why would Buzz get bought?
because he's a space. 30 years, you're probably all over space by now.
We're all over space?
Everyone's in space now.
Okay.
Like I don't know what's gonna happen in 30 years, but space is gonna be big, I tell you.
Okay. Okay.
And old westerns, who wants that? Ew, gross. Old
What?
guns and
That was
western.
the plot of Toy Story 2.
And pew pew pew. You know, Woody, a cowboy.
Okay.
Nobody wants him. So
Okay.
was that the plot of Toy
That
Story?
was the
2?
plot of Toy Story 1 and 2. Of how, space was in because of the space race happening,
yeah.
and no one cared about old westerns anymore.
Well, that just sucks that they made a sequel and didn't even think to, make a better story.
Oh, okay.
than one of the ones.
I think you're making the story here.
I'm trying to guess best I can.
Okay.
By copying
So
the first movie.
I want you to tell me who some of these characters are. Who's this one in the top right? Sorry, the top left by the logo. This little guy on a bike.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
That's Action Jack.
Action Jack. Okay. What's he do? What's his role in the movie?
I stole it from
Lumberjack.
someone. He's just a comedic relief, I'd say.
Comedic relief. Okay. Who are these two on the left that look like each other? Bottom left.
Well, they're the creepy old twins, like in that old movie
Yeah. Okay.
with those
Shining.
twins. Yeah.
All right.
Always one I meant to see.
What's
never
their role
saw.
and what are their names?
That's that's Jack and that's Mac.
So there's two Jacks in the movie. Okay.
Yeah, there's two.
They
Jacks.
couldn't afford more than one name.
But you can tell them apart because usually you call them Mac Jack. So
No,
You
I
can't
was
tell them
more.
apart.
no,
Usually they
so
call.
you call that one Action Jack and you call this one Mac Jack.
Oh, you
And-
meant those the two.
What do they call Mac?
Mac, they call him Mac.
Okay, so it's Jack, and Mac are three different characters.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Who's the
that's
person
it.
in front of them?
That's the mischievous doll. She kind of she runs this place.
Okay.
I think I got that. That seems right.
Kind of get that right.
Yeah, hell yeah. And Mac Jack and Mac are the Goonies of
Jack.
are the Goonies of this girl, and they're trying to
Using the term Goonies.
the
Based
goons.
on the
I
movie.
meant
Okay.
goons when I say Goonies. And they're trying to keep these toys. They're trying to get these toys out of here.
All right.
So they're trying to get them adopted.
And what about the thing in the front?
Bo Peep.
No, not
I remember Bo Peep.
yeah.
From
The one that's new to
Sorry,
this.
can you just repeat?
The one that's new to
name?
this series.
Bo Peep.
Just the way you said Bo Peep the first time made me laugh.
This one at the very front that's new.
That's Forky. I've watched a bunch of his stuff on Disney Plus.
But you didn't watch the movie.
For sure.
Wait, what do you
It's-
mean? He has more stuff?
Yeah.
He has
What?
like its own.
Yeah,
stuff
they make
thing.
a bunch of Disney Plus spin-off stuff.
kinda-
And they, even before they used to.
I hate his voice. So
Really?
He's voiced by the guy from Arrested Development,
The bias.
who's also from Veep.
yeah,
What's his name? He plays
David?
Buster.
David. No,
He plays
David?
Buster on Arrested Development. I mean, keep describing Forky to me.
Jeez, Forky. He's the dirtiest of the dirty toys, and nobody wants to play with him.
He's a fork.
Right, he's a fork. So what the fuck? Somebody dropped him off here, and they're like, it's like dropping off the runt of the litter.
So someone dropped off a disposable fork at the antique
Is
store.
No, but he was dressed up like that, so
Isn't
they
he
had
a
to take
spork?
him in.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
he's
is
a
a
spork.
spork.
Oh, he's confused about his identity. Oh, because he's holding a fork and a spoon in the picture.
okay. And do you think that plays into it?
No, that doesn't play into it.
Did they just put on the
Well,
poster?
maybe it does. He's like, oh, am I a toy or am I a?
Oh, I thought you were
fucking
gonna say,
utensil?
am I a fork or am I a spoon?
No.
No.
It's just to show there is an identity crisis.
Okay.
He doesn't know if he's a toy. He doesn't know if he's a fucking piece of garbage utensil.
What about these two on the right?
The two on the right are the
Tony Hale is.
Tony Hale.
That's who we were looking for.
It
Before.
wasn't David.
No.
You're gonna think they're the
We're
villains
thinking
at
of
the
David
beginning.
Cross, maybe.
I was.
Yeah. So yeah, these two.
You're thinking they're the villains at the beginning because they look angry and tough, but
And who is
Really?
describe what they are?
one's a big bunny, a big stuffed bunny, and one's a big stuffed, a small stuffed a chick, a little chicken type thing.
Okay.
And they look tough and rough, and they've been around this antique store, and they know what's up.
Okay.
And you're gonna think they're the enemy, but really they're gonna end up helping the toys get out of here and live their life. You know,
Okay.
they're gonna be the good guys.
So
How do you think the movie ends?
I think the movie ends with
Sorry, you're just smiling open mouth.
I think they're each gonna find a child who represents their personalities, and they're going to be okay with being separated from each other. Because so there's a little cowboy kid that's going to adopt Woody, and a little sheep wrangling girl that's going to adopt Bo Peep, and a little space boy that's going to adopt
The hell are
Buzz.
you doing?
Trying to see a thing on the back, which recording pattern of the mic set to. So they're gonna. Who are all the ones being separated again? Sorry, I'm a little confused. By that.
Woody, Buzz, and Bo Peep.
The three of them are going three separate ways.
Yes.
Okay.
And maybe Forky will get adopted by some dirty fucking kid who, likes playing with forks
Okay.
and stuff.
All right.
Wow.
So these shorts that you've watched on Disney Plus, when do they take place?
They're afterwards.
Afterwards.
When he's hanging out at his new place.
And who's he hanging out with?
I guess he does have Toy Story characters in the shorts. Maybe
Which ones have you noticed?
visits on weekends or something.
He visits on weekends.
You know the toys don't typically talk to the humans, so how would they set up a play date if they all got adopted separately?
They would just sneak out. Like, they've always snuck out. They've always had their own
We're on the
lives.
fourth one. They know they can leave the house.
They know they know what's up.
I see.
All right.
They know how to navigate.
Are you ready to move on to the last? I think the last one.
Yeah.
It might not actually be the last one now that I'm looking at it. No, it is the last one. The Lighthouse. One nomination. It was shot here. Nova Scotia.
Another movie I've heard of, meant to see,
It
haven't
was shot here.
Yeah, it was shot here.
Yep. I've seen it, I think, twice.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good movie.
Yeah? Seen it twice? Great. I've seen stills. It looks very nice.
Yeah.
All right, let me get my bearings.
All right.
Get it? Because
I don't get it.
I don't.
if you were on a ship and you would get your bearings to get to the lighthouse.
What does that mean?
Okay.
Oh, my mic's been off this entire time.
Has it?
No.
Jesus.
Oh, what
He's
a dirty
stalling,
thing.
trying to figure out the story.
Shut up.
Why else would he have said that?
I don't know. You guys, if that's good content for the people back home who have been...
Yeah, exactly.
This one.
This one.
This movie.
Okay. What's it called?
The Lighthouse.
Okay. Just tell me some stuff that you see.
I see a bunch of birds flying in the air.
Okay.
I assume that has, just to show that it's like a dirty old sea town,
Okay. What else do you see?
I see a lighthouse way in the back.
Okay. And what else? do
And
you
then
see?
I see two guys standing up front near the camera.
Who are they?
That's William, and that is Robert.
Okay, it's Willem.
Willem, and that is Robert.
Okay.
And this is their big breakout roles.
Do you know them from anything else?
Yeah, I saw that one in Twilight, and that one was Green Goblin.
For audio and video people, who is that one and who was that one?
Well, obviously, Willem was the Green Goblin, his breakout performance role.
Okay.
And Robert...
Because there's the one Ryan was the first he was able to see at 5 years old.
And Robert played a vampire in Twilight.
All right. And so what's this about?
This movie is about two lighthouse keepers who are isolated from society for so long. They don't know what's going on. They're completely loony now because I see here it says a lunatic dark comedy of cabin fever and machismo. Fuck. Anyway, that's how I know it's a loony. They've gone loony because it's a lunatic kind of thing.
Okay.
And so these two get the bright idea that, hey, if we want more stuff, we should just lure some ships in here. So they're going to use this lighthouse for evil.
What?
So, wait.
Go back to the beginning. If they want more stuff, what is
Do you want more stuff?
What do you
I
mean?
don't know.
And what do you mean?
We're staying. Yeah,
Just
we're staying
stuff.
with this first part before we go on. Stuff. What stuff?
Are you saying
Describe
like
stuff.
I don't know, like crates of shit and
Possessions?
money and treasure, possessions,
Possessions, I guess.
things, just things.
Oh, I thought you just meant like they're bored with the things they have and they want more to do. Not that they're treasure hungry and greedy.
So they want treasure.
Not
treasure.
treasure specifically, just stuff.
Possessions.
Yeah,
Things.
possessions. They want things. They
Okay.
like having
And why the lighthouse?
because they have it. They're lighthouse keepers. Why? That was the
They are lighthouse keepers then.
Yeah.
So what are all these springing ships there? So they're not sailing the ships, they're luring ships?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh.
by shining the light in their.
By using the lighthouse?
Lighthouses
Yes, of
deter
course.
you from hitting them.
So their whole thing is they're gonna go and shine the light in the captain's eyes, so they can't see where they're going.
And they'll keep driving straight
And they'll
forward.
say, "I can't see, but I
Like,
guess this is right."
I'll keep going where the light is blinding me.
Yeah, because the light means land, and they want to get to land. Anyway, these ships will crash into the island, and they're
And then what do they do?
gonna have to go and kill whoever's on board.
And what's their relationship like?
It's iffy.
It's a buddy cop movie.
They're pretty isolated. Both of them like to stay to themselves. But when it comes to this thing, oh boy, they're gonna bond like they've never.
What do you think
bonded
these
before.
actors were chosen? What do you think? Like, what do you think these characters are like?
Well, the guy on the left, this old man Willem, is clearly he's been here a while. He knows what's up. And the guy on the right is kind of the new guy. He's been here a few years, kind of gets it, but still needs some training. It's like a Karate Kid and old man type thing.
One of those kinds of movies. Karate Kid
one
and
of
the
those
old man.
Karate Kid. So the old man's teaching
Miyagi?
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
the old man's teaching him how to fucking
How to karate?
how to murder and steal.
Oh. So does it help you at all if I tell you in the script, not necessarily in the movie, in the script, the one on the left is named old and the one on the right is named young?
That just goes to further prove my point
Okay.
that this is an old man. And really, that's great.
Yeah.
I love
Your
that.
point was to prove that the very obviously old man is an old man.
That's right.
I was wondering if that was a detail you're going to...
And the young man is the young man.
Can I just? I gotta just make a comment
Keeping
here.
secrets, are ye?
Also, the movie's in
That's-
black and white.
So it's trying to be old timey.
Okay.
Because they didn't have phones, they couldn't direct themselves with GPS, you know? They needed the lighthouse. It's just to show that these ships needed the
Oh,
lighthouse.
so they made it black and white just to really emphasize.
Really emphasize this
Okay.
is an old movie, there's no phones, and they need the lighthouse.
All right.
They said
So-
they even put that text up at the beginning. They need the lighthouse.
They need the lighthouse. So movie starts.
It's like a black screen. They show the lighthouse, and then a black screen again, and it comes up white text. They need the lighthouse.
But we don't know who they are yet.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just have one thing to say that I've been holding on to here for a bit. So the very first thing that Cameron asked you when he brought this poster up was, "What do you see?" So this lighthouse basically consists of two main characters right in the front, a lighthouse in the background. The title's named The Lighthouse in the middle. The clouds are like quite stormy looking, and there's also some birds. And the first thing you pointed out was the fucking birds.
Because they're very contrasty on the white clouded
You
background.
didn't point out the main characters or the whole plot point of the fact that there's a lighthouse there. It's called the Lighthouse.
Oh, did you need this?
No.
This bobby pin? Did anyone need this bobby pin?
No one needs this bobby pin.
Kind of wrecked it. Me and Cameron shared an eye contact thing
Yeah.
when I didn't mention the actors at first.
You're just staring wide-eyed at me.
And that's, you can go back and roll back the tape and
Okay.
see that one. See us making eye contact.
I'm confused by this.
What does that
but-
even mean?
So wait, yeah.
Are you
Also,
saying he approved of it? What
Again,
do you mean?
We
pointing that out?
acknowledged it already.
how does this movie end? I'm moving on. How does this movie end?
You still brought them up.
It doesn't move. The old man dies, obviously, and the young man then has to. It's like a circle, comes full circle.
Circle of
Oh,
life.
he becomes the old
The
man.
old man becomes the old man, and then takes on a young, probably someone who came off
mean
the ship
the
that they
young
didn't
one?
murder.
I'm
becomes the old
following him.
man?
I'm following him.
You're following.
He didn't say what he said.
And then he brings on what?
And one of the ships that comes in when they murder all the people that are on the ship,
They leave one alive.
God.
one of them will like kind of bond with the new old man, and will
He'll also
become
be
the
crazy?
young man. He's not crazy at first. but
So
he'll
how long
make
does
him
the movie
crazy.
take place over?
Probably 60 years, I'd say.
60 years. Wow.
They got to
How
real
long
do
do you
some
think this movie is?
aging stuff.
Oh, there's more of that being used.
Probably hour and 43 minutes.
Hour 43 minutes. Okay, I said around, but I'm glad we've got the exact number. All right, that's the last one. So I just kind of want to know. I'm going to go through some of the awards that they give out.
Okay.
I just want you to name, based off what you've seen so far, what you think is going to get awards. Okay.
Okay.
So, and if you want to, I can let you see what all these movies are.
I would love that.
Yeah. I'll just let you see. There's a list of them here. You can just tap
Oh
on
my
the different
gosh, I get to
slides.
hold an iPad.
Yeah. Best Picture. Who do you think's going to get Best Picture?
Does that mean like,
Just out of this list. You don't have to actually.
does that mean picture or does that mean best movie?
What?
Does that mean like best title
Poster?
card or best poster?
Oh, Best Movie.
Best movie.
They're moving.
These Hollywood bigwigs. Avengers. It was the greatest thing.
Because it's the only one you saw in there?
Yeah.
And you didn't even remember the story. It was so good.
Best director.
Now that's got to be Martin Scorsese.
Okay.
With The Irishman.
Why is that?
It's really the only director I noticed. But
Okay, I was curious if you're going to give it to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because first off, you said you really... Are you scratching your mouth like you're...
I do that a lot.
I thought you were going to give it to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I can't give it a bigwig corporate Hollywood.
Well, I was going to say because there was a director you were talking about a lot in there.
Right. By doing this, he's essentially becoming bigwig Hollywood.
Best actor.
Let me look through this. List. Story. The woman. The Joker, obviously.
The Joker now.
No, the guy who plays the Joker.
Oh, the guy who plays Joker.
What's his name?
What's his name?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
Okay. Best actress.
Best actress is all three of the Bombshell girls combined.
Okay. Because they played one character,
Yeah.
kind of. Okay. Best supporting actor.
Oh, that's got to go to Ford.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Forky for a second.
Best supporting actress. Also, just at the top of your head, which one played Ford?
It was the one on the left.
Which was?
It wasn't Christian.
I think it was Tom Hiddleston, Ryan.
It was
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Okay.
You can see me doing this.
Yes.
Best supporting actress.
Best supporting
It's
actress.
up on the screen what you're doing. I forgot.
It's the littlest of the little women.
The Littlest, which is
The one that's shortest in this picture.
the shortest of the Little Women. You don't know which one because there could be more Little Women than that.
Exactly. There's probably a whole town of them in the walls.
So if there's one that's smaller than her, you think they'll get it, or specifically on the poster.
Just this one, because she's the biggest bigwig. That's not
She's supporting actress.
right. So she's not. She's the smallest one on the pitch on the
On the
poster.
poster.
He's
okay.
saying she
You
can't be a main
Best
actress,
original
so she's small.
screenplay,
It's original screenplay.
which is original script.
Original scripts. That's got to be Marriage Story.
Marriage Story.
That was I've never heard of anything like Marrying a Child.
Are you saying that because there's story in the title?
Three-way. No, actually, I'm not.
No. Okay.
Actually, maybe I did subconsciously, but marrying a child in a three-way marriage, I've never heard of such a thing.
That does sound original.
So original.
Best adapted screenplay.
Adapted based on a true story. That's got to be.
All of the ones up for best adapted screenplay.
It's
are
got to
on
be
this list.
Parasite.
Parasite is not on this list of. I think that's an original. That is literally up for best original.
No, but they
screenplay.
copied the whole coronavirus.
Oh,
thing.
they did copy it from.
They
Fast and
adapted
Furious.
it. They adapted it.
So best adapted was Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Woman, and the Two Popes. Just so.
Little Woman. That's real.
What?
Little Woman. The real story about.
Best animated feature film.
Oh, I think it's clear. Toy Story.
Yeah, because that's the only one on there.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You know me.
Best international feature film.
Endgame.
That's got to go to JoJo.
Jojo, not
The-
Parasite.
You know. No, not Parasite. That already got an award.
Ryan, Endgame.
Putting it up. Okay.
JoJo, because this takes place in Germany, I'm assuming.
Best documentary feature.
That would have to be. I want to give it to Ford and Ferrari, but they already got an award.
Ford and Ferrari.
Oh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay. Wait. So you're splitting up these awards. So no one can win multiple.
They could if
Okay.
they really tried for the second.
Best. I won't do best documentary.
and
short
it's this one
subject.
because they're documenting the filmmaking
I'm
process.
gonna skip a few of these. Best original score.
Well, I haven't heard anything, have I?
Well, no, you have to guess. You haven't seen most of
All right,
these.
based
either.
on poster alone, let's see if the score is good. It'd be 1917.
I knew you were going
What?
to pick that.
Why
They
was
really
that?
because it's back in the olden times.
Watching what he's pressing.
They must be so
No.
friggin'
He
intense.
hit it
And
up.
also was the director of Skyfall, which had that
Song Skyfall.
that song
By
Skyfall.
Adele?
Yeah, that's got to be great.
Can you sing some of that for me?
Skyfall.
Okay, that's good. Best original song.
Best original Skyfall.
Okay. Best sound editing.
Best sound.
Skyfall.
It'd have to be. Did I already give it to?
You can give more out.
I would have to give it to Little Woman because to make them the little pitter patter of their feet,
I was wondering where that was
my.
going.
they really have to go with that. You know,
You know what? I think they got the penguins from Happy Feet to do the sound effects.
Best
of that.
sound mixing.
mixing. What does that even mean?
I always get confused with this one. I think sound editing is the actual designing of the sound. Though design is, I think, encompassing both. But like when you think of design, it's editing. When you think of mixing, I think it has much more to do with how you hear it. It's more of a technical
And that would have to be the
one
two
than-
popes because they're following them around the whole time, and they have to take the sound from many different angles.
Oh, wow.
And I imagine hopefully they've done a good job at mixing all those different sounds together.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be a lot of sounds. Two people talking.
Does sound. And the environment around them.
Right. Unlike these other movies.
Unlike these other movies.
Also, would you be surprised to know that movie is not up for best sound mixing?
Really, I am surprised.
But Ad Astra, Ford v Ferrari, Joker, 1917, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood are.
Ford v Ferrari. Eh?
That's also, yeah. When we were talking about before sound design for space movies, for sound editing, Star Wars was in there, and for sound mixing, Ad Astra is in there.
I wouldn't have known because they're not on this list.
No, they are not. Best production design, which is like sets and stuff like that.
This is Lighthouse in the background. I have to give it to the Lighthouse.
Okay. Best cinematography.
Cinematography, that'll go to Parasite again. This shot was just set up perfectly with the contrasting TP in the background.
TP?
Yeah, there's a TP in the background of the thing.
Cameron didn't listen to that whole.
You didn't listen to the
discussion.
whole thing.
No, I was looking up something, I think.
What was this for? Cinematography?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be that one for sure.
Okay, best makeup and hairstyling.
That would have to go to Jojo Rabbit again. No, actually, the Irishman, because
The Irishman.
they've done so much. You've told me about
De-aging.
de-aging and everything.
All right. Best costume design.
That'll go to the Jojo Rabbit for sure. It really believes he's.
I'm going to
Hitler.
skip editing. Best visual effects.
Toy Story.
Toy Story. Why is that?
Because it's all visual effects.
Okay. And not The Irishman.
Yeah, that got best makeup.
Okay. All right. That's the end of, I guess Ryan doesn't know movies.
I do know movies, like,
Which
clearly.
means we can try and press this to get to work.
Nice.
Look, that's back up.
Look at this
All right, so that means
production-wise.
we're moving on to our final topic then. That's a long one.
It's an hour 50.
Yeah, it was a long one. It went way longer than I
Nobody's
expected.
going to listen to this
We
shit.
could split this one up if we want to.
Maybe we will.
Um,
Nice. Less work for us.
yeah, it would be less work. We could actually get some more stuff done for the Valentine's Day episode. Yeah.
Oh, but my salsa.
We can talk about the salsa one now.
Can we do it? It's really quick.
Yeah, we can talk about the salsa one now.
If this is going to be a separate episode anyway.
Yeah.
This is the end of. Great. Well, so you know, like, our friendship is really contained, but sometimes it's just hard to get up and get off, and
What?
there's a lot inside that we need to.
Why were there two erection related things the way you said that? Sometimes
Get it
it's hard
up.
to get up, get off.
I think salsa really represents a relationship, and to get even further into our relationship, we have to really let it all out. And
This has nothing. You're not
Come
putting
together.
something into the Hall of Fame. Oh, did you bring salsa?
so
Salsa's supposed to
Is
be
this why
refrigerated.
this one couldn't wait? Did you
Salsa's
bring-
supposed to be refrigerated.
Are you trying to get it?
Is it? Yes.
Could you not get this open and you're asking us to?
yeah.
Oh wait, that's the whole point of this.
That's why you couldn't wait until next time.
Look, I need to get this open. We bought it a week ago. And we can't.
I
get
probably
this open.
can't. I probably can't have very bad grip and very
Whoa,
slippery
I'm gonna
hands.
have sauce everywhere.
Yeah, Jesus, dude.
No,
don't open
not
like
if
that.
I keep my hand on the thing.
I
I'm gonna
guess.
take the cover off and it's gonna burst open like a
I mean, maybe.
fake
maybe.
can with a spring worm in
About
it.
a week ago, we tried so much fucking shit to get
Oh
this
yeah,
off.
no, I
it's
definitely
really
have
on there.
such slippery hands.
Let me see if it actually says refrigerate after opening on it. Because if we open it now, you have to
just pops in
refrigerate
the
after opening. Yep.
Whatever, I'll pop it in after.
Oh, Cameron fucking sweated it up here.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, it's moist now.
Oh, I always have very
It's-
clammy
we
hands.
thought it was defective.
Oh my
'cause it was-
God.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Holy shit, is
Yeah.
that?
Good. Great.
A
I
trick,
was so scared we were
a trick
gonna
I
break-
learned once is if you bang the top of a lid on the corner of something, it will break the seal.
We
No,
debated.
I mean
just-
like you mean like it has to be on a corner of something. You wanna actually break. You don't do it on this table. Do it on your counter because it'll make sound. Yeah, try and break the top of it.
we debated just knifing into it.
You can break the seal doing that.
I don't care anymore.
See? And now open it.
Yo,
Hey, there.
shit off there. Whoa.
There we go. That's a little trick for you.
Did you make a hole in it?
Tiny one.
Really?
Not enough to actually let anything leak through. Just air.
It just dents it, and then
Oh, this is sick.
yeah.
My salsa. Shauna, we got our salsa.
Yeah, you all know from the last two episodes. You know who Sean
I
is.
believe that's why you didn't want the topic to.
It shouldn't leak,
Wait.
but if it does, maybe don't turn it upside down.
Oh, whatever.
Man, how long ago did you tell me about this topic?
I bought this a week ago,
A week ago.
and I couldn't get it go.
Couldn't get it open. Yeah.
Thank you. We wanted nachos recently, but we waited. We could have really tried to get this open, but I did also want to just bring it on here so you can see if you guys can get it open.
Oh,
That
man.
was actually like very tight.
Yeah, it was.
I'm wondering if we.
It doesn't help that it feels like waxy, so it's like I couldn't get it like to not be slippery.
We like did a hot water. We did like
Yeah.
I'm wondering what our
duct tape
splitting
to
point
Sean's
is
eye.
for this episode. Do we want to add in another topic and keep pushing? Make this for making
Oh,
this 2
make
episodes?
just make this 2 full episodes?
Yeah.
I mean, I have debate topics that don't have to take
That one's going to take a little while, I think,
Okay.
because it's a lot of different things to cover.
Well,
What was on our thing previously? I'm going to bring up that Google.
well, we
Doc.
can bring up the animal that didn't pass.
Oh yeah, what the hell happened to
I think it's a giraffe. I don't think
Oh yeah.
I don't think anyone's guessed it. Is it?
Yeah, that's a wait, no, that's a kudo or something.
Oh.
I'll have to look at the pictures. That is a kudu.
Oh, it's a kudu.
Yeah.
It went in the order that if we had gotten the rhino last time,
Hey, yeah.
it would be the next
Sixth
one.
time we've done this. 6th one on there.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's actually crazy.
God damn. So I shouldn't have chosen Rhino, thinking it would come back to it. I should have
No,
gone on to
because we
kudu.
hit that one already.
God, I should have gone on to no. Yeah, I guess I was more thinking, are we going to keep going in order of those things for the most part? But now it's just a one-off was wrong. I'm guessing that's probably because Taylor stole one. It threw things off.
Holy fuck.
What my guess is Taylor didn't take the next one in there. He
I
took
didn't
one
take
from
any of them.
He took one from the bottom and switched places.
Oh my god.
So
you can tell it's
whichever
not
one,
that far.
what was the animal that we got last time?
Elephant.
Elephant. So whenever elephant is on there, that's when we have to guess rhino.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
The math works out.
You just swapped him. Yeah, you're right.
I didn't do shit. Fuck you.
And then why was it fucked up?
Because they're not supposed to be in order.
So that means Taylor, you're pitching something.
All right, ready for my pitch?
I am.
All right, I didn't prep this in advance, so here it goes. I just kind of pulled this out of the top of my
You
head.
spoke for so long.
I did.
That's part of why I didn't want to do
water.
another episode. Is not because of anything other than I don't think Ryan's gonna have energy to.
I should get some water.
Okay, are you guys ready for this? All right. Who I'm pitching is a who, or what I'm pitching is a who.
Okay.
This who is a he, and this he is rad. Everyone here in this room knows who he is, and everyone back home knows who he is. He, this dude. I'm gonna bring him up. Just don't
I thought
wait.
you
He's
gave him
coming.
a name.
No. This guy, he's the coolest guy around. We all wish we could be him. He's got video games after him.
I was gonna.
He even got asked, "Hey, I wonder where this guy is nowadays." When a TSA agent saw his ID and recognized the name,
What?
it's Tony Hawk.
Oh.
So I don't know if you guys remember, but he posted on Twitter one time that a TSA agent read his ID
Yeah.
and went, "Tony Hawk," kind of like that skateboarder.
Taylor, you need to use your Twitter account more because he posts
Yeah.
stuff like this daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That was such a specific moment that I was so confused of like.
I thought you were gonna pitch Nick A30.
So Tony Hawk's like 50 or something. He's still doing the most extreme skateboarding stunts like out there.
Right.
He's the greatest there ever was. Everyone's played at least one of his video games. He's just all around as cool as you can get.
All right.
What do you guys think?
I have nothing against this. Something I want to bring up was I saw a video of him online once where
Yeah.
it's either his office or his home.
Yeah.
One of them, there's a TV in there. There's a wall with 2 openings, 2 doors to 2 different hallways.
Yeah.
He skateboarded down one, went up a ramp that's inside the room, and the room doesn't have a very tall ceiling.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes down. He's crouching. He goes up the ramp and goes back down at the other door. And I thought that was cool.
See, he's cool. as shit.
Yeah, I have nothing against this one.
Yeah.
I think this is a good entry.
I do think it's a good entry.
pitch.
Yeah, I think
All right.
Tony Hawk definitely. If you were to have a Hall of Fame, is there a skateboarding Hall of Fame? I kind of want to see if he's in the
don't know.
skateboarding
I
Hall of Fame.
100%.
If they have,
think
like, a-
he's in the skateboarding.
But I'm saying,
there
is
is one.
there one? Are we?
I know he's the GOAT, but
I'm gonna look
there's
up
a whole
Tony
thing.
Hawk Hall of Fame because are we the first people to put him into
there
a
is a
Hall of
skateboarding
Fame?
Hall of Fame.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, he's got to be in there.
Tony Hawk talks about pro skater documentary. That's not. Tony Hawk, Maya Angelou, George Lopez inducted into California Hall of Fame. I feel bad for Maya Angelou being sandwiched between Tony Hawk and George Lopez on this list. Now they
I
say
think he's on this list though.
RuPaul as well. On
Actually,
what?
This list stopped in 2017, so I don't know if this is official. This
What is this?
Skateboarding Hall of Fame.
Skateboarding Hall of Fame. Skateboarding
It's skateboardinghalloffame.org,
Hall
and
of Fame.
There's no way that's
I'm-
legit.
If it doesn't have
and
a
they stopped it in
Wikipedia page,
2017 or something.
I don't trust
What
it.
is this?
Even though
They-
we don't have a
What
Wikipedia
is this?
page.
So that-
Skate Lab.
So is that a yes? Is that a pass?
Oh yeah, he's
That's
definitely
a definite
okay.
yes.
Oh, skateboarding
I
Hall
think
of
that's a
Fame,
no
just like-
argument Hall of Fame thing.
There's a Wikipedia thing. Creighton's 2009 Skateboarding Hall of Fame also resides at Skate Lab. Inductees: Tony Hawk in 2009 got inducted
Good
into
for
it.
him. He's finally doing something with his life.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Even now he's like 50 something. He's still just like doing the most extreme stuff out there, and it's like.
What was that thing I sent you where they were like, it was like a fake interview from The Onion or something, and they were like, it was an interview with Tony, and he said, I really just like picked up the whole skateboarding thing after they started making that video game. I had to learn how to do it.
the other day, even though the game is reviewed so poorly, the new Tony Hawk one, Pro Skater 5.
Yeah. The guy who made the games told me not to get it when I heard about
it's
it.
so bad,
Yeah.
apparently. Like, and so broken. I was so close to getting it the other day just because I'm so desperate for a skate. There's like no skateboarding games on the PS4.
I need a good one.
Really?
Literally none. Like,
Was Skate 3 on the PS4?
I mean,
PS4.
no, that was PS3. And people have been wanting
Wow.
Skate 4 for a
Okay.
long time.
Yeah.
They're not making it.
Big wigs won't
if
make
you,
it.
if you look up skateboarding game, there's one that's the 2D side scrolling kind of thing, Ollie Ollie.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
more timing your tricks, and it's 2D. It's sprites that they're using. It's
Yeah.
not a skateboarding game.
I feel like that would be
in the
more
sense.
like a platformer at that point than anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like an endless runner sort of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you can't stop moving.
That's what I should have said. Yeah. Endless run.
Well, you might be able to. I don't know. You can't go back. The other thing is that what people were recommending was either that or a snowboarding game. That's how
That's not steep.
that it was steep. They were recommending steep. The snowboarding game.
They were
steep.
specifically recommending steep.
Yeah.
Why?
That's what I meant by a snowboarding game, not the idea of one. Literally steep.
Steep was horrible.
Steep or ollie ollie for skateboarding games. That's
Steep
how
I got
bad
for
the dread
free
is.
on
That
that
is pretty
free
bad.
trial, and like I
Yeah, I
couldn't
really
even
wish
play
that
the
we
free
got
trial.
into steep because I feel like
It was absolutely
it would be
horrible.
fun. Man, I so want a skateboarding game
yeah.
so badly.
Make
I remember playing backyard.
Whoever comes,
skateboarding.
I guess there's Skateboard coming out, but I want a proper
That's-
like AAA
Yeah.
skateboard, double A skateboarding game.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
and if one comes out, I think that will probably make it into our Hall of Fame, right?
I'd say so.
Yeah. All right.
It's already in. Whoever comes out with the next skateboarding game is in our
So,
Hall of Fame.
do we want to do another?
No, because this
Hall
is
of
10 part 1 and 10 part 2. Yeah, because we kind of ate up our time for both episodes.
Yeah, sorry
Okay.
about that.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
so entertained.
That's the thing is that I was like,
naturally.
I don't know how long this is going to go. I had a bunch of entries on there thinking maybe we'll skip some, but I was like, oh no, we're getting stuff out of all of them.
They were all so entertaining.
That was the end of our 10th episode of Fancy Wolf's podcast, Important Business. We post every Thursday morning. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play. You can also find us on YouTube. Easiest way to get to that is fancywolf.com.
Fancy Wolf.
My name is Cameron Kennedy. You can find me on Twitter at Cameron Ken. You can find Taylor at
Taylor A. Robinson signing off. Taylor Robinson is the handle, though.
You can find Ryan at
Real Joke Master. Follow me for weekly Animal Capsule updates.
sometimes. Once I remember
No, I did remember it. I just never got around to doing it. And,
on the day.
and
So
I had
you
that-
didn't remember it.
I had that other tweet joke coming out.
So you couldn't do 2 tweets on the same day.
No, I did end up doing 2 tweets on the same day, but
Okay, yeah. Even though people are listening to the episode and wanting to see it.
yeah.
I don't think anyone is wanting to see
I
it.
don't know. I don't get any likes or engagement, so I can't tell. I'm gonna keep doing it because I enjoy it.
Oh, so that episode went up yesterday, the first one with Shauna, or 2 days ago. And so the Brewer Largent,
Oh yeah,
like that was in there.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if he still listens.
I hope so.
I feel like no.
It's okay if you don't.
I like
Don't feel
I hope
obligated.
so, but I feel like no.
I feel like no, but he's also still super supportive of stuff. I'm very curious to see when it comes up, if it does. Yeah, So this has been Important Business. And until next time, it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
And also with you.
And look out for a Valentine's Day episode.